sky is on our foes, come so close to eternity. Our shields are ready, the guns are watching the downfall of humanity. All the species are gone. The silent of the sea, she has her memory. I am the king of war. Ship must sank for the sky is on our foes, come so close to eternity. Our shields are ready, the guns are watching the downfall of humanity. All the species are gone. The silent of the sea, she has her memory. I am the king of war. The silent of the sea, she has her memory. I am the king of
Good evening!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello,
and everything in between.
I'm Amber, and this is the Stargazers on
Whoa!
Friday evening.
Stargazers! Whoa!
Aw, so as you can hear, most of them have been turned into werewolves.
Whoa!
And as such, we're just gonna do our fucking best
The moon
to play
gazers!
until the moon comes out. After which, we will simply not be able to play anymore. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, last I remember a particular moon was out, Amber. That shocked all of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was pretty shocking, and so now all the party has become shocked, and that's okay.
But yes. Hello.
Irregardless of that. Today we are with 4 players, as one of them will not be present, or we'll see if they do decide to pop in at any point in time. But for now we have 4, and we're just going to have to do with that. Next week there will be a session, Week after that was the week where we're probably not going to play for maybe 2 weeks, but
Oh, sadness.
we're just gonna make it. We're gonna do our best now to make as much as we can of the 4 months of lost time. With a little recap, I can only ask Ferris or Mark, and Mark gave one last time, I think.
Very well.
No, I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Oh.
I'll do it again.
Oh.
I'll show off my prowess of remembering sessions this
Okay.
time.
Go ahead.
Spooky.
Last we left off, we had just slain a fantastical creature known as a grandmother hag. Now, we didn't know if that was an actual grandmother hag, but she was called a grandmother. So, after we slaughtered her, we decided to continue the looting of the, I'd arguably best say, ritual room that we found her in, collecting some more of the loots and bits. Before we, with our lovely little Phantom of the Opera, looted the rest of the little dungeon that we found. One going into Farayer's room, Firayer, and gathering some more tidbits. Zarius in particular got a lovely little spell scroll that allows you to permanently cast an illusion spell on someone to make them look slightly different, to make little touch-ups here and there. We even found his manuscript on the discovering of the spellbook. Took a last look around in his room. I don't know what everyone else got for their loots. I don't remember that out of my head.
Oh, it was it was an assortment of things. There was a couple of books there.
A goblin.
Yeah, a goblin in a kobold fursuit. I think we figured out also it was an actual oblex, right? In the vial.
Yeah, there's a little mini Obelix.
Yeah, and an elven child. That was
And
also
an
a
elven
loot.
child.
Yeah.
A child. I don't think we
which-
even asked for his name.
No. Which we will not forget in describing, because we totally forgot those two were in the room with us when we meet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
However, I'll continue. After we gathered up the loot, we used our lovely friend Firair to return back to the land of the living, to the material plane, if you so will. But that's not how it's called in Arkhona for sure. But that's where we went back to. However, these Stargazers didn't know a singular thing. As we looked up in the sky, we noticed something slightly different. The moons were not as they used to be. The theater empty of guests, even though we've not been gone for longer than an hour or two. And while the party started freaking out, Zarius and Vincent were just relaxing, because they had no idea the moons were different. They didn't look at it. At first, the party thought that we were forward in time a week, based on the stance of the singular red moon sky. However, it turned out to be much, much longer than that. As it turned out that in fact 4 months had passed since the party went into the pot and cleansed the people of this grandmother hag. Zarius gathered up both his cello and his scythe, which have been lovingly decorated by the residents of the theater, as we made our way head over heels back to the Blue Whale. During our travels, party members sent out messages to loved ones, Delphine being one of them. Delphine seemed to be fine, chilling at the Blue Whale. So that was lucky. We also sent a message to Ilmare, who simply told us to get the fuck out. We don't know what, but based on the message, at least my presumption is that she told us to get the fuck out of the Feywild after we just told her we entered it. We have no idea where she currently is, however. Toka sent a message to Jace, who has revealed to us that Jace has gone to her parents in a plagued town somewhere outside of here. As we came back into the into our room of the Blue Whale, giving loving hugs to friendly party members, to people that, from our perspective, we haven't seen in a couple of hours, but from theirs, they haven't seen us in about 4 months. There was one individual that we never met before, an individual we were supposed to rescue. But rescue, clearly we did not, as he managed to escape by himself. This man was named Victor, a man from space, at least to our knowledge. Now, that's where we ended the session, but that's not where my recap yet ends. As together with Victor, the Stargazers decided to plan a bit, to talk about what Victor knows and to talk about what we know about what our future steps are going to be to secure the safety of Arkhona. And that is about where we left off, and that's where we're going to jump right back in, because guess what? Even during this week, we are not on the same page.
We've now come to a conclusion.
Meanwhile, this board is no longer just the cute little board that Victor put up on the wall that he like purchased somewhere that he was so happy of. Instead, it just like goes over all the walls. There's like parts that are like laid down on the ceiling as well, and like across the table and whatnot.
Yeah.
It is a mess in this room.
I put my hands in it. Now it's 50 times the size.
Literally.
But really, if Victor's friends are out there, then we shouldn't go north. That makes no sense.
Well, it does, because I need to go to chase. And since, well, north is also where the Guide is, and where the Slayer community is, it just makes the most sense to go north.
But if we go to Chernobyl, that's in chaos right now. We'd have free pickings.
No, really. I'm not sure you've ever been to Charniolt. It's Charniolt, by the way, Zarius. I'm not sure you're very acclaimed or accustomed to how things work, but sure, there might be chaos from the loss of a king, but if we end up having to steal anything... Also, we're not really sure Charniolt is the exact place. We don't know where to go in Charniolt. We don't know where to go in any of the 3 other regions. Meanwhile, in the Vatican, we have a maximum of 2 specific locations that we've been pointed down.
Are other people dealing with those other locations since we have people there?
No, sadly we don't have people there. Victor has a team there, but
Oh, there you
nor
go.
them nor Castor have been doing anything in regard to the relics, which makes me think that perhaps they have other things to worry about, since I assume this is not the only calamity that is plaguing this world, as far as we know at least.
Of course it isn't.
Have you, did you already send a message to Castor?
I've quite literally expended all of my magic power today. I will need more time to call the rest of this planet. At least a few days to call all of the people.
Yeah.
I can talk to Castor.
Because, yeah, I don't know, it's been 4 months. He might actually have done something up there more than just, go meet Jezebella.
Well,
That is
I
true.
mean, if in the limited time that we have and the loss of the months that we've just gone through, surely distributing our resources is the best choice we have. Everyone going to the same place seems wasteful.
We don't have the time.
We've got resources up north. Why don't we just maneuver them? And in the
I'm not sure
meantime,
we can maneuver them. We should first learn, if so. If it's
okay,
possible.
Victor, can we maneuver them?
Yeah, I mean, that's very fair.
That's a good question.
Victor pulls up his Vox collar. Sup, guys?
The good thing about Vincent is he just takes no shit. He sees things as black and white. Sometimes that solves issues. So he's just going to turn to Victor. You have people there, so can we move them?
Victor's face is kind of impassive. There are people there.
Great. Can we move them?
Whether they can be moved out of retirement, I'll have to make a couple calls.
When can you find out by?
Well, unfortunately, while I was imprisoned and nobody came to save me, I did not carry a Voxcaster within my prison pocket.
A what?
So I will have to go. It doesn't matter.
So you'll have to.
Go and retrieve that.
Would
Okay.
that
How long would that
be?
will take?
Yeah, like, did you stash your box, whatever, outside the city, or?
Mhm.
Okay.
Give me a day.
Okay. So in a day you can get your stuff and communicate with them.
Gives you a nod.
Okay. Well, there we go. We can expend a day.
That's good. Well, I mean, yeah, we're going to have to take.
A day at least to do the things we need to solve here in Altenheim before we leave.
Right.
Maybe. I hate to jump in, but Victor, you said something about like the place of starlight, this ethereal expanse. That's right here, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Why don't we begin here?
It's a good point.
Because we know nothing about it, and even less on how to come back, which is the main issue here. We don't even know if there's yet more time dilation. If we get into the expanse, and turns out we've spent 2 years in it while it's been a month, then we lost even more time.
Isn't that going to be the case even further down the line?
Oh yeah, you'd rather do that now than later. And again, you'd split the resources we have.
Well, the point is that we know nothing about it now. If we acquire the information that we need to know, for example, where we have to look in an entire dimension, that might help us a little bit more than going in blind. We've gone that blind way too many times so far, and this is where it got us.
Where can we get that information from?
Anywhere with enough time?
Anyway.
Not
Look,
from me. Like Victor, like raises his hands.
Look, we have Victor mobilize those individuals that they speak of. We maybe send Caster a message. We all take a rest now. I mean, how late is it? 4 or 5 a.m.?
Yeah, we're gonna have to spend a couple of days here in Altenheim anyway, getting all the messages out and rounding up whatever was
Well,
left. We still need to talk to Sam if she's still around, which I hope.
Why were we talking to Sam again? Something to do with a prophecy?
Prophecy about the city
Yes.
going in flames, if I remember correctly.
One of the many fucking prophecies and
Looks at the
visions.
like infinite corkboard and all of the lines that start with prophecy of, and there's like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah, I see. So everything just wants to see this world die. Understood.
yeah, it's a lot of unfortunate coincidences all at once. Or maybe not. Who knows?
But
Nonetheless,
there are happy things too.
yeah, I suppose there are. Sometimes.
Looks at the board again. What? I don't see them.
Well, like not there, but like here, Vasily holds up a piece of paper. It looks like a scrunkly, like a scrunkly piece of paper.
I look at it.
Yeah, I look at the paper.
It's it looks like an advertisement.
What does it look like?
Yeah,
It looks like an illustration of a guy wearing like a black trench coat. It looks like a weird book cover, maybe. It reads Mr. Vasily's Tales of Terror.
Oh no.
he's like, didn't
What do you mean? The title says Tales of Terror. What's happy about that?
Well, I'm in the paper! Duh! He says,
I look
flinging
at-
his paper around.
I put my hand on Vasily's shoulder and give him a big nod of approval.
oh, you were doing children's books?
Yeah, and they eat it up. The parents here in the Björk Empire, they are completely messed up. They really like it when you tell cautionary tales to their children to frighten them.
Also,
To never go outside again.
Also,
the
Vittorio
happiness is
never-
overwhelming.
Vittorio never put a pause in that sentence right there ever again.
Victoria doesn't get it. And he does
He's
not
like,
laugh.
uh-huh.
I just laugh. Yeah, no, he's like, oh, well, that's good. Nice to see that you managed to, get some recognition.
Of course, I would get my recognition.
I mean, you are a talented writer. It is finally time that your talent blooms into something.
Yes, yes, you have stuck enough feathers up my ass. Now I will now sit down.
Got
Becoming
enough
hard
to
to
call you a
it's
chief,
becoming
huh?
hard to sit with all these feathers up my ass.
Might be shoving feathers up his ass.
Also, stop putting your mouth all over Lawrence. I know he needs to talk too.
What?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be pretty busy.
Well,
He leaves you with the paper.
no paper.
I'll again nod and just look at, give him a clear nod of appreciation. Let's take a rest, and perhaps we should have a vote of who thinks where to go.
I think we
Because
can
it
hold
wasn't a
that.
joke. I posted the paper in the Stargazers. I worked
I
all
already
day on the
opened
Yeah,
it.
paper.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
we're looking at
I
it.
let's
worked
We're
all
looking
day
at
on
it.
this paper.
We're looking
I-
at it. Yes.
No, I love it.
You.
I love
Last
papers.
Last page is Vasily's page. So happy.
Oh, I want to see it.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at
that looks great. That
That does
looks
look
great. I think that is adorable.
I love
Yeah,
the
I think it's
Mara
adorable too.
reference. Yeah.
Look at all these birds.
That is actually very adorable.
We should probably hold that vote tomorrow after we find out whether the pieces can be maneuvered or not, because that kind of delineates everything.
We
Yeah.
need the information. If we have people that can find this key fragment up in the north, then we can probably prioritize some other location. After we visit Fafnhold, that is. And then we should probably choose the best out of the other three options. I'm not really sure any of them are favorable, but I suppose that it's not going to change that much.
Excavation
We-
unveils
I
relic.
agree with him far as the idea of going into the sea without knowledge. That much I agree with. So we should probably leave that till last.
Yo, you think this would be the kid that we talked about on the train? Sorry, just looking at the paper.
Lars,
He's literally not
focus.
Sorry.
Normally it's me dozing off. Focus, will you?
Sorry,
But
I love
yes.
reading the paper.
I suppose we'll wait for the day. Tomorrow we'll go to the theater and do whatever things we have left to do, and then as soon as Victor comes back with his answer, we can mobilize.
I agree. I think that's a good idea.
I agree. We have one day of. I'll check out I'll go back to the theater, see what they thought. Who's going to talk to Sam?
I suppose Vittorio and then, well, Vincent and I can go. Turns around to Vittorio. How far did you say that this Slayer group is from Fafnhold?
I don't know its exact location. I just know it's somewhere to the northeast of Pfaffenhold, which should be before the Valakan border.
Well, that doesn't sound too far. We shouldn't not have too much trouble finding it. Perhaps you can ask your friend Eric, or I suppose I can.
need to get a message to him as well, but I can't tonight.
That's okay. I can send a
Mine-
few messages tomorrow. I'll ask him personally, see if he can tell us how far it is.
Well, if he even knows, last I know he was actually down and went towards Charnold. So I hope he's still fine.
Well, I hope so too. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Anyways, with the train, it should not take us more than a day or so to get back to Landhaus. Then, with wagons and carriages, reaching Pfaffenhold will be less than a day. And then to this community, maybe even less, considering the borders are not that far.
Wait, what? Didn't we just talk about deciding where to go tomorrow?
Well, of course, our next goal is to be decided if well, Victor can mobilize his forces, but Jace is still in her village.
Yeah, but Jace can handle herself.
Clearly not. Her parents are stricken with a plague that's not supposed to be there, and she needs help.
You see
Did,
Zarya's move a little left to the right. Like,
did she say that her parents actually had the plague, or just that it hit the village?
I believe the first. She was very panicked and confused, as anyone would be.
Well,
I can ask for more details tomorrow, but
yes, as with all the other messages that need to go out, you can get some more details, figure out
yes,
who
I can
is
send
safe
more
and
messages.
Hey, I can send a couple of 9-worded messages tomorrow. That's fine. I don't mind doing that. It's just
It is
you
more
can do
likely
it a
for
bit.
you.
Yeah, you can do it a bit more easily than I can, and get a lot more information across back and forth.
That
9
I can.
words is not a whole lot, he says, and looks at the camera.
I would tend to agree.
What?
Nonetheless, the deviation should take us 3 days, 4 at maximum. The next few places that we can check are either back in Altenheim or down to the south near, well, Charniel. That's going to be, well, I suppose Tonleamel is not as far as, well, the Cathedral of Embers can be in Embercairn. So maybe Charniel could be our next stop. But yes, our major goal will be seen tomorrow when Victor comes back.
Fine. Also, Amber, why was there a fucking weird devil cult in the Von
Who knows?
Marston estate?
Like, do I look like I'm an answer to the paper? Like,
Yes.
read the
Mm.
paper.
No.
I will
Paris,
before
why do you
sleep.
ask her as if you're asking as if she wrote it, man?
No.
Like, what the fuck?
I
I didn't
will-
write this paper.
I will before sleep. I will go to Vasily and just genuinely be like, seriously, good job on the Tales of Terror thing. Like,
Sure.
found like you finally found your calling. No.
Well, just one of my many talents.
Yeah, but a talent seen by the public is a talent worth 10 times as much as any other talent.
He contemplates this for a moment. I suppose this is true.
Seriously, proud of you, man. And then he goes to bed.
Yo.
Yeah. I'm gonna let out a big ass sigh and fucking go and pass out. This is
Fergus will open
beyond him.
his mansion's door and he's gonna scuttle inside.
I'm
He
just gonna
draws it
sleep.
against a wall, he opens the door, and just walk in.
This shit is so out of his fucking reach, bro. He's like, what the fuck am I doing, man?
Vincent, we should just go leave the party and just do our casual, like big world ending missions type of thing.
Oh my
said-
god, man.
I'm gonna long rest now. Amber, is our long rest interrupted?
No.
Okay.
That'd be the last rule.
He laughed.
Is it? Is it the last straw?
No, don't worry. There's more surprises to come.
There always is.
You can't come up with many more world-ending possibilities, man.
You are wrong.
Yeah.
It'll get to the point where I'll just literally be like, "Well, guys, why are we even bothering, brother?"
You're incorrect. I possess at least 3 additional ones I have not disclosed yet.
It's gonna get to the point where it's like, guys, honestly, we should just let this happen, man.
I mean, yeah, like, I could count like around 10s, honestly, at this point.
Literally. A group of 5 people can only do so much, man.
When you have
No,
2
you won't.
calamities per person, it's like it's getting
Yeah.
a little bit out of hand.
In the face of not having slept for literally 4 months,
Oh,
you all rest relatively well. Do you sleep, Vincent?
sure, why not?
Ugh. Disgusting. Okay.
Bro, I half expected Amber to say, in the face of having not slept for 4 months, you guys sleep for 3 days.
You sleep for 3 more
I,
months.
I guess I take it back. I guess I don't sleep. I don't know. Well, I'm sorry, Amber.
Oh, sorry, Ilmara still lives inside of me. You know, like it's sometimes these NPCs just come out. I don't have any control over it.
Oh, I
I'm
thought you meant
literally
Vincent.
I'm just a puppet.
Like, bro, I guess I take it back, man. I guess I'll use trance. I don't know.
No, you can sleep. That's fine.
Thanks.
This is where you are. This is where you're happy. So this is what you should do. As absolutely weird as you are.
Damn
Anyway.
right.
You awaken on a familiar beach that stretches out into infinity.
The fuck? I feel awake, not like in a dream. I genuinely feel like in control and awake.
Now you're completely in control.
Looks around a bit confused. I'm sure I slept, not tranced. I look around in confusion.
Around you are hundreds of little seashells, all different shapes and colors. Every now and again, one disappears beneath the waves as they roll across the sandy shore. And then it pops up in another place.
Oh, my memories. Can I pick across them? Or can I scout across these shells to one that I recognize of a fond, easier time? One where I didn't have to be burdened every waking moment with the impending doom? Maybe one of being back home where I didn't have to worry about anything.
You pick out a shell that has a slightly pastel tint to it. It is not rough on the outside, but rather completely smooth. And it even has like both sides still attached to one another.
I brush off the sand and I sigh with it in my hand. Just bring
Things
me
were
back to
easier
an
back
easier
then.
time. Good God. And I used to think that having to worry about what I was eating that day was a big enough conundrum. I pick up the shell and I place it to my ear to almost rehear the faint sounds or scents of that time.
You're going to be late for dinner if you keep being distracted like that.
It would be so much easier. Pulls it away from his ear and places it gently back in the sand. What am I doing? And looks at his halberd, and that's the last he remembers. Used to be a passed down heirloom, and now all of a sudden has become this notion of ancestry and purpose. Kind of impales it into the sand, almost like a flag, and he sits down next to it. How have I ended up with you? How have I ended up here?
The waves slowly draw closer and closer, lapping at your feet. You hear a soft clink next to you.
I look.
Long, almost clawed fingers have wrapped their way around your halberd.
Old
Tall
fingers.
figure.
Mm.
A tall figure dressed in all black looms over it.
I recognize them.
Only from your oldest, most vaguest seashells. Although you've seen her in this place before, the memory doesn't become any less hazy.
This is the same visage that came not so long, well, not so long ago, I say. Not too long ago. And mentioned my knowledge of this halberd and its importance. A figure so important to my people. I look up. You can't help but kind of let out a small laugh. Welcome back. Please tell me you have some sort of answer for me, because everything's looking real bleak. I'm normally the first person to see a way through and try and help these lots see it the same way, but things are starting to look real gloom.
She moves slowly around your halberd. She's wearing this incredibly long, grayish coat, almost, that has huge rims of something that looks like fur, maybe, on her cuffs and around her collar, almost like a winter's coat. Kind of like ripple and flow out across the sand as she seats herself.
Another night. You haven't made a mistake, have you?
I have made many mistakes. I do believe you could leave 20,000 years and still make them.
It's a long time to live.
It's a good thing I'm not there yet, then.
True. What do you make of all of this?
Her impassive face kind of leaves you and your halberd and gazes out over the ocean as she picks up one of the seashells in her hand. I think that there are many hurdles.
Lower. What am I missing?
Hmm. A good thing that I find it very difficult to give up.
That is what makes me believe I have not made a mistake.
Your trust isn't misput, Mother Knight.
Not at all. But you needn't worry about all of these things alone.
Well, that's true. At least I don't
That's what
feel alone.
you are not. Your family has always been there, even if you could not see us.
I glance at my halberd. I feel back at home sometimes, you know, when I wield that halberd. Feels quite rooted. Keeps me going sometimes. Reminds me who I am and where I'm from. Although I feel so bewixed. So out of place.
You are always welcome to return there.
I just don't know if I can go back here. Or anytime soon. It's been a long time. 50, 60 years away.
What is 50 or 60 years?
Yeah, sometimes I forget about our actual length of life. It also worries me that a lot of the friends that I've made, I'm gonna outlive them. But maybe I shouldn't be worrying about that. There are far more pressing matters. Maybe I should be happy that one day I will have the benefit of outliving them. Maybe I should be seeing that in a positive light. To hope that we all get to live out our lives and not have them end early. Mother, do we have any knowledge of all of these prophecies? Any of these endings, these disasters that are to strike our world? Are there any in our culture? Maybe any answers?
She gently places the seashell back on the ground in front of her, and the sea rolls up just close enough to take it, but doesn't actually wet her or her coat at all. They have existed for as long as I have lived. Some I have thwarted myself, and some my children have thwarted. I believe that this world simply does not want us, and I would leave if I could.
Sure feels that way, doesn't it? You know, before I set out, I can. It's almost embarrassing how naive I was when I set off. But you're right. Sometimes it does feel like this place turns and shuts the door at every place that we knock onto. Why is it so? Did we do something?
We are paying the price for not staying with our kin, for not standing with family.
a long time of repentance.
We live very long lives. And so memories last even longer.
It's true. Well, this is the only home we have, so I guess we need to do our best to protect it. And hopefully I can carry on the long lineage of thwarting these down, just like you and the rest of your children.
I think our brethren know more than they let on.
What do you
There
mean?
is a reason their city hasn't fallen despite standing so close to humans.
What do you mean by that?
I think that as strong as they are, that they are holding something else over the humans. That is stopping them falling to ruin, as every other city did.
Maybe it's something looking at. Maybe it's something that we need. Looking at the cork ball for hours is making me think that everything's related to it. I think all of this is connected somehow. I even feel like all of these different prophecies might end up being some of the same things. Or maybe all of these things just lead into one big culmination.
He remains silent as he studies you. It is a good thing you are not giving up.
I think I have it in me too. Either too stubborn or stupid. The line's very thin. Plus, I think my need for this idea of the life I wish to carry out, of this freedom and a free land to stand on, is far superior than my need to want to give it all up. So I think for as long as I have that much heart, I'm not turning my back on anything.
The high elves.
Mm,
See,
Of
Yeah.
Trolleyemil.
yeah, your brethren.
Brethren in air quotes.
yeah, actually, going there should be fun. If not impossible. We know someone who could. He probably mutters to himself and probably says out loud something along the lines of, I wonder if Amari can find out something. Any help at this point is good help.
Dangerous to trust her.
It is. But if we don't have trust anymore, what do we have? It leaves us with very little. For some reason, I do trust her. I know people haven't seen eye to eye for a long time. But I think she's known enough hurt. I think she maybe sees differently. Or again, that could be my naivety trusting her. But if we don't trust, then we're left with like very, very little. And if you shut off all of the other emotions, well, you don't do much living at all.
I believe that there is the.
That's an interesting noise, Mother Knight. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Is that an ancient dialect that I haven't
Sorry,
studied yet?
my voice recorder is broken.
Oh no,
Oh nee.
all distorted.
I believe that if there is a mistake to be made here, it is yours to make.
It's a good thing that I'm not opposed to making mistakes.
And that makes me believe again that I have not made. Those who believe that they can do everything perfectly already are the ones who should look out for. Yes, you should look out for.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Guess there never is a straight line. Your great faith of someone like yourself, it's quite inspiring and motivating to say the least.
Perhaps I am simply an aspect of yourself. And you are talking to yourself right now.
Nah, I'm not smart enough to come up with that.
When she turns to you, it's almost as if there is amusement on her ancient face.
That's an achievement.
The whisper of amusement.
If it was me talking to myself, I'd probably be staring at some sort of wooden plank with a drawn-on face. Or maybe I would have thought of my parents. Are they okay?
They are.
He smiles.
I miss you.
Good. I miss them too. It's incredible what being away from home will do to the heart and soul.
Is home not where the heart is?
Yes. I swear. Dad will understand. He was always leaving on great adventures. Maybe this one can even topple his.
Some people simply do not have a heart bound to a place or people. They will never find satisfaction in any one place.
Maybe I'm a bit different, but I don't feel particularly bound to any person or people or location of any sort. I mean, I miss home, but it's odd, and I know that I'm not exactly normal. But the more I hear of how my people are and what we are like and the way that we view things and how differently I view them than them, I'm happy with it. I think it gives a different aspect and a perception. But it's also quite horrible to see, quite frankly, how we're treated. But like you said, we did something unforgivable. And repentance is long, and even longer for people that live as long as we do. Maybe this will be our redemption. You know, helping out the world to not destroy itself. Maybe there's some pride to be had there and some redemption to be gained.
Perhaps there is. And perhaps you are different. Or maybe you are still just very young.
It's a fact.
One of my eldest children did not return for an entire century.
Oh.
By the time he came back, he showed up at my doorstep, an accomplished sorcerer, and he introduced me to his wife and his first child.
It's a long time. It's a lifetime for some. He must know a lot. That's a long time to master the art of magic. Grow his own family. Maybe I'll be the same. Maybe I can come to you in 100 years, and I'll knock on your door. I don't think I'll be a sorcerer, though. It's not quite my thing.
No, I don't believe it is quite your thing. But let us hope that it will not be 100 years before you come back.
Nah, I don't think it will be.
Good. She looks up at a point impossibly far over the horizon. It is time for you to go now.
Yes, it is. Back to it. Sometimes I wish I could sit here forever. I don't think I would be too unhappy about it, you know?
She turns to you, and her long dark cloak shifts, spreading out over the sand like tendrils. There will come a day where you can sit here forever. But I think you should enjoy walking around a little longer before that.
I guess I should. Oh, he stands up and grips the halberd. Wilden isn't going to save itself, I suppose.
Not this time.
He does like a formal bow. Thank you for your presence again, Mother Knight. Or maybe just my imagination, but I appreciate the words of wisdom and kindness and motivation. And I believe I should probably be feeling far more blessed to be able to converse with you than I am, but I do appreciate it.
What a strange thing to say. She says, and she wraps her hand around your halberd again, and it grows colder and colder and colder even to your touch. As icy veins break through its surface again, and names, hundreds or thousands of them, show their faces.
There's plenty of them that wielded this before me and had the same experience, huh?
Every experience is unique. Is that not the beauty of living? You may now choose to reallocate those points.
I shall do them since you allowed them last time, I believe, so I shall reallocate the changes.
Alright. Me hitting that save point. Yippee!
Yippee.
Nice mutation, Vittorio.
Oh,
What is that? Nice.
I didn't mean to do that.
First roll. It doesn't bode well.
I meant to click on it to open it and edit it and accidentally clicked it to use it. My bad. Nothing to see here.
Oh, it's not so bad, Vittorio.
mm-hmm. I wait.
Endless regeneration.
I get out. Fair enough.
Yippee.
Me dancing to the endless regeneration. Anyway, Vincent will awaken soon hereafter.
Yippee.
He's not dead this time.
This time.
Next
Although-
time, who knows?
Where do you think you go in your dreams?
Oh,
Back to the afterlife with you.
One step further to the afterlife.
It's okay, Vincent. You should enjoy walking around a little longer. One day you get to return to the afterlife again.
yeah, one day I get brought back to my job ferrying people from the afterlife away.
Yo, wait, Vincent. Then we can work together. I'll call up my homie, the Shepherd of Souls, and then we'll just be like, we're like soul guiding buddies.
That's why you dream of a shore, you know?
I can't wait till I look at the halberd and my name engraved on it doesn't say Valtir or Vincent or anything. It just fucking says Charon. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Charon.
Yeah, this is how it is.
The halberd turns into
This
a
is
giant
who I am.
oar.
Oh, I see.
This is what it's always looked like. You just didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah, what does Valtir mean in Elvish? It means Charon. Oh, okay.
Boatman. It means boatman.
Yeah, literally. It's like, oh, fuck, okay.
Boaty make a boat face.
God, no.
I'm here for that storyline, to be honest. So I'm just waiting for it to happen.
I hope all of you read my paper by now. Thank you.
I've read a lot of it. I am super interested in a couple of parts. Amber,
can't do anything with it.
please tell me the guy that revived along the plants is the homie that we talked to on the train. I really
Who
want that to be the
knows?
homie on the train. Oh, that's so cool. And then we have the relic that was found. Man, I'm so curious. Like, Amber, don't release these things for a city we can't stay in. I
Amber's
want to
like,
do all of it.
Look at all these cool plot hooks. Also, now you have to leave.
I want to
Do you
do
like-
everything.
Do you like Grog, the personal
Grog, yeah,
contact?
the one with the thick and high constitution score. Let's go. I was actually, if we were going to go into the ethereal sea, I was like, yo, little Katharina, I don't know if it's gonna be dark, but homie, do I have a journey for you? Because he talks about blackness of space, and I mean, and then there was the free sailboat. I'm like, see, sailboat.
It's
let's
literally
get it.
free. If you can take this boat out, it's free. It's an
Yeah.
18-foot long sailboat,
That's nice.
but it is stuck.
It is stuck, but that is not the things I'm going to be doing today. I have two plans today, 3 actually.
It's fine. You can note them down. We're gonna take a short break because I want to get a drink.
Okay.
Yeah, we let's take like a 10-minute break, I guess.
All right. Fabulous. Then I'm
Yo.
ready to go again.
All right. Well, this is the opportunity to stay hydrated, chat, and we will see you in roughly 10 minutes, give or take.
Ship must anchor, the sky is on our foes. Come so close to eternity. Our shields are ready, the guns are watching the dawn. Follow humanity, all the species are gone. The silence of the sea. She has her memory. I am the king of war. Ship must anchor, the sky is on our foes. Come so close to eternity. Our shields are ready, the guns are watching the dawn. Follow humanity, all the species are gone. The silence of the sea. She has her memory. I hear the echoes of victory in field one before time, when battle draws so near. You will feel the same in war. Below is the battle, below one before, and the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, and the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, and the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, the memory stays ever so bitter. I hear the echoes of victory in field one before time, when battle draws so near. You will feel the same in war. Below is the battle, below one before, the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, the memory stays ever so bitter. Ship must anchor, the sky is on our foes. Come so close to eternity, our shields are ready, the guns are watching the downfall of humanity. All the species are gone free. The silence of the sea, she has her memory. I am the king of war. Ship must anchor, the sky is on our foes. Come so close to eternity, our shields are ready, the guns are watching the downfall of humanity. All the species are gone free. The silence of the sea, she has her memory. I am the king of war. I hear the echoes of victory in field won before time, when battle draws so near. You will feel the same in war. Below is the battle, below one before, and the memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before, memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below and before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below and before. The memory stays ever so bitter. I hear the echoes of victory in field won before time, when battle draws so near. You will feel the same in war. Below is the battle, below and before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below and before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter.
Hello, we are back.
Ja, present.
I hope that you went and hydrated, chat. It's quite important.
I'm doing my best.
Ah, I guess you are technically also part of chat, and it's good that you're staying hydrated.
Thank you. DC 34, pathetic.
I mean, my chest does have a DC 34 thing to open it. It's not
What's in
a
it? All my
joke.
shit.
All my shit. No
At
one's
this point, it's easier
opening
to
my
break the
chest.
chest. At this point, it's easier to just break the whole chest.
You say that, but that is also increased by 10 with that spell. The DC to do it.
Yeah, well, DC these fireball nuts.
Bzzz.
Cast fireball inside your card 6 times.
Everything
end,
in my
only the card- Everything is
God.
disintegrated except the chest.
The chest still standing. You see that random robber who somehow has 6 level 3 spells. Fucking hell! And then he opens it and it's just my clothing.
It's just he had a wand of fireballs. Anyway, we're back. Not to worry about that conversation. A new dawn, a new day. Is there anything else I wanted to point out in my paper that I really need everyone to look at? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I hope this guy finds his angel, my lovely 4'3" king.
The tallest human. Has any educated person among you figured out the puzzle?
I
I
tried, but I didn't.
have not done the puzzle. Let's see.
No, I had no idea.
A puzzle for the educated. I am green. I have no corners. Legs I have none. My first is in can. What am I?
It's a crocodile. Totally.
Crocodiles have legs.
Nah, they don't. Not if it's a disabled crocodile.
That's true. Can in my first is in a can.
It's a cantaloupe. What? Right? Cantaloupe.
I mean, you could be right.
It's a circle.
Yeah,
Oh my god, it could be, but it's not green. Cantaloupes are like beige.
yeah. I mean, the insides are usually green, but I guess that doesn't count.
It could be a cantaloupe. There's green in cantaloupe. Oh my god, the answer is just melon. The cantaloupe. The answer is watermelon.
I don't see any can in watermelon.
That's true.
I mean, cantaloupes have no legs.
Are you sure?
No. Actually,
Have you seen Arconian cantaloupes?
I have not. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. They might have that.
Their legs, you know.
What the fuck has no?
I mean, cantaloupes are green. Their skin has like the green ridges.
Why are we doing
If the answer is cantaloupes,
this?
I
was
swear.
you, Amber. This was your doing.
Amber, the answer
I
is
wanted to
cantaloupe.
distract you guys for a little bit while I was busy, you know.
Amber, the answer is cantaloupe. It's
Well,
a
you
sphere.
can't
It
answer you
has
back.
no legs. It is green, and it begins with can. I win. I figured
It
it
doesn't
out.
say that it has to start with can at all.
Yeah, but its first is in can, and its can is the first part of cantaloupe.
see,
it's a cantaloupe.
Its first is in can. It doesn't mean it's can.
No, it's a cantaloupe. There's just no
your
question
head
about it.
understands
It could
now,
be a cantaloupe, yeah. I also think it could be cucumber.
Cucumber. That is also something that it could be.
Where's the can?
No, it's
It says
C.
its first is in can.
Yeah,
so
so
the
it'd be
first letter
cucumber.
of the word is in the
It's
word
C.
can.
I like cantaloupe better because the vegetable or the fruit sounds very different.
Yeah,
It's just
cucumber.
unique.
I mean,
The first syllable of cantaloupe is also in the word can, so it makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong here,
Hi,
is there?
Twitch.
They
Welcome
don't
to
even
my
know the
guide.
answer to the fucking puzzle, so...
Hi Twitch, welcome to my guide to
we get the
gaslight
same-
the party into thinking the answer is cantaloupe, to the point that the DM even thinks the answer is cantaloupe.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? It doesn't... There's no answer to the puzzle. It's
What?
just a random assortment of things, and they don't
What do you
even know what
mean?
the answer
I'm
is.
gonna go to Lisa and say the answer's cantaloupe!
Sorry, you can only direct complaints to them, not
Shit.
answers.
That seems kind of a weird business practice.
Chat, please. Can I get the cantaloupes in chat?
No.
Yeah, we need some cantaloupes.
Wait. Here we go.
I agree, honestly.
Where is it? Where the fuck? Here we go.
Well, this is not a cantaloupe, but it'll have.
Here we
to
go.
do.
I put the cantaloupe in chat. I even could put some coins in to make it highlighted.
Nice. I think this is a very good expenditure of coinage.
I think we should
No.
spend the entire session on this actually.
Please no.
Personally,
Honestly, I think we should buy some
time.
cantaloupes and just
No.
I mean, honestly, that's a good idea. You know, I know that Tokas needs.
My daily cantaloupe intake.
No, he needs to do merchant things so he can buy some.
Please don't.
Oh, guys, let's
Zori
change.
starts mumbling about cantaloupes. 2 days later, we have 2 carts of 1,600 pounds of cantaloupes.
All right. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna, in this time that Amber needs to prepare, because that's why Amber distracted us. We're gonna talk about which melon each character is. I will vote. I will vote.
Yeah,
that
there's cantaloupes.
There's cantaloupes.
There's
There's watermelon.
watermelon.
There's like the
There's
yellow
yellow one.
melon.
The
Honey melon.
honey melon. That's
honey
it.
melon. That's the one. Yeah.
I don't actually
melon.
like any melons. I
I
don't
like
like the taste of
watermelon.
melon.
Women melons.
I'll be the women melon one.
I like those
If-
ones.
So
Yeah,
let's get to the first point. Who would be the watermelon? Because clearly that's the best one.
Vittorio, that's the biggest one.
No, Vittorio.
Clearly.
Vittorio. No, but that's just says Vittorio isn't like fruity and sweet.
Well, all the
Whoa.
other melons are fruity because they're fruits. What do you
No,
They're
mean?
all
no,
sweet.
Yeah, but it's a different watery sweet.
You know?
Honestly,
I was actually thinking about watermelon as in watermelon is the most boring. It's the most basic of them. Don't get me wrong. I
Whoa.
love it.
You're so
but it is,
mean.
But it is the most boring of the watermelons. Let's be honest. I
okay,
do love it, but it is the most boring of the
I
watermelons.
think.
Yeah, but
think
if you're
It
boring,
can't
you
be
can also be the
Valencia
best.
melon.
It
I
can't be
love that one.
Vittorio. It couldn't be Vittorio. Lawrence has to be the watermelon. He's a human who prays.
Ah, fair. Yeah, but Vittorio is basically a
fuck?
human fighter. Vittorio is basically a human fighter,
No,
but instead
I'm not having
of
I'll
salt, you use pepper.
kick your ass.
Instead of salt, you use pepper. That's the human fighter.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not standing for that.
No, I'll fucking kick your ass. Fucking
This man's
human
calling,
fight.
this man's calling Geralt of Rivia a basic human fighter, bro. How can you fucking
What do you mean? You're gonna try to argue? What else is Geralt of Rivia? Hit me up.
A
Any
Witcher.
of the normal any of the normal D&D classes. Which class is Geralt of Rivia? Hit me.
Ranger, get fucked.
True.
Nah, he's a
I would
fighter
never
more
do
than he's a
Ranger.
ranger.
And you know it. You know it. Ranger and you know it.
No. He's a fighter with the Outlander
foe.
background.
No. Favorite foe, easily. Natural explorer, easily.
What do you mean? What's his favorite foe, huh?
Monstrosities.
No,
Which
he
other
fights
beast-
humans half the time.
What? That's
Nah,
not.
nah.
He
He
fights
useful.
humans, he
In
fights
fact-
undead, he fights like dragons, he fights monsters, he fights
Exactly.
fae.
The boy is like a
In
bastard
World of the
up
Witcher,
Ranger.
even dragons are monsters coming from the other realm, and Geralt is not a human expert, he's a monster expert. He doesn't know how to craft armor or how
I'll
thick
die on this
plate
hill.
mail is supposed to be, but he knows exactly where to cut the trench.
Actually, the monster hunter is a fighter subclass.
I'm not having this. Geralt of Rivia, if we're not counting
Both of
witches,
the monster
Geralt
hunters
is
in
a
my
ranger.
game are fighters. I just want you to know that. Like,
Yes.
just
Yeah.
But basic as a class, you can't argue that Geralt is not a ranger. Hello?
No.
sorry,
he's-
but the
he's-
ranger class sucks ass.
He's you want to know why he's a fighter? Because a fighter is a ranger but better. And I hate to say it, I love rangers. Rangers are my favorite class, but the fighter with any nature background is basically just a better ranger.
I'm not
If
having
you-
this.
It is the truth. Anyway, I responded to the first of the messages
sending one
already.
again.
Oh, yippee!
Damn, Amber Deadass that told us about the puzzle just to fucking keep the toddlers busy, I guess.
Yeah.
No, we're past
Puzzles
it.
for
We're past the puzzle.
3-year-olds.
Yeah,
We're
we're
past the
we're
puzzle.
past the
Now we're
puzzle.
on whether Geralt is a ranger or a fighter.
I think the answer could also be cyanobacteria.
Yeah, it could also be cyanide, I guess.
I don't think cyanide is green.
The only thing I'll give you, the only thing I'll give you on this ranger argument, the only thing I'll give you is that Geralt casts spells. Okay, that's the only thing I'll give you.
How can that be the only thing?
The only,
Honestly,
because
Brandon, trust me. I
Favorite
would be on that one.
terrain, being able to have a favorite enemy, knows how to track, knows how to be able to move through difficult environments with ease. Okay,
Just want
I'll
you
even
to
go.
know-
I will even stretch it. I'll even stretch this, and this is a swing, and I'll admit that this is a swing. Bro has a beast companion in the form of Roach, so don't
Yeah.
even come at me.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say Yaskir.
what do you mean? That's just a fucking horse.
No, it's a beast companion.
fucking horse, man. You played the game, you can
Yeah.
fucking whistle that thing above a rooftop. That's
Yeah.
not just a fucking
It's
horse. That is
fuck-
his beast companion, and that's
Also-
not even a stretch. That's the point.
You can be a fighter with a beast companion. like...
Also, I'm gonna jump in. You say it like Roach is one individual. Nah, you want to know how many horses fucking die? Many. He just named every single one Roach. That's like me getting a dog
Yeah.
and naming all of them
Exactly,
Sammy.
it's a beast
And all of
classic
them-
companion.
Exactly.
You just used 25 GP to resummon
Yeah.
Roach
Yeah,
by purchasing him from a merchant.
How do you know? How do you
The
know that your
material
beast companion
component.
is just not a different spirit? Where's the proof?
Geralt is a monster
His magical
hunter fighter.
power, his magical power as a ranger is the ability to buy horses for only 25 GP.
No, we're
instead of
not.
75.
We're not bringing subclasses into this because Monster Hunter didn't even classify as the base book, and you said base classes. So no,
Yeah,
I'm not having that.
No.
Okay.
Honestly, he's a ranger. I go with Brandon. He's a ranger.
No,
There's
no,
too
no,
many
he's
rangers
a
things.
battle
I'm sorry,
master
but the
fighter.
ranger, like, I'm just gonna say it though, the ranger's ass, and like,
Okay,
favorite
there's
terrain
no-
is like the most ass ability in all of
There
Dungeons.
is no denying how bad the ranger is.
Agreed. Yes. Agreed.
Considering all the features that belong to the fighter and belong to the ranger, just a
Yeah.
base class, Geralt is a ranger.
Yeah. Agreed. 100%.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a favorite terrain. He doesn't have a favorite enemy. He hunts every type
All
of
of
thing.
them are
Yeah, he's a
favorites.
revised
You
ranger.
say all of them are favorite. That means any D&D character's a ranger. So shut the fuck up.
no.
No.
It's
He
the fact that
simply
most
has-
monstrosities,
first.
yeah,
Exactly.
like the monsters that come to this place will come from
I'm
the
picking
same
the long
place,
rest crew.
and
What?
they're monstrosity.
I'm getting
No,
the
no,
balls.
A
no.
battle master fighter.
No. In D&D, all of those would be classified as different things.
Yeah, in D&D,
Right? We're
but
ta-
that's
yeah, but we're
no,
taking
no.
Geralt into D&D.
In
That's-
D&D,
and he-
Geralt is not a level 4 ranger. He is a high level ranger with multiple favorite enemies.
Yeah, no. He's literally kills anything. It doesn't. He knows he's a studied character. His background is essentially monster hunter, but the class is battle master fighter, and you're not going to.
Killing a human does not mean that that's your favorite enemy. Anyone can kill a person. They don't have to be your
Facts.
favorite enemy. His favorite enemies are the creatures that he knows a fuck ton about, and he can hunt fearlessly. And that is monstrosities. That is dragons.
That is a
aberrations,
problem
if you
though,
will.
because if we're doing only the base book, then revised ranger isn't a thing, which means he can't really be I don't know anymore.
He still has a favored foe, which could be
Yeah.
monstrosity.
Yeah, but it
he
sucks
fights a lot
ass.
of monsters. Yeah, yes, but, we
not
yes.
about
Right, we're not using whether the class is good as a statement. That is irrelevant. We're talking
Does
about
it
the
actually
flavor
have
of the
a
class.
favorite foe? I don't.
It only has favorite enemy, but he doesn't do extra damage. You just can track him better, and you make better at intelligence.
Which is
No, it
which is
doesn't matter.
exactly what
Which is exactly what it
Geralt does.
What do you mean? He has just the Outlander background. He has proficiency in
Nah.
survival that does all that shit.
No. He studies a creature, knows perfectly how to hunt it, what its weaknesses are, and how to track it down. Which is
Are you saying he's a battle master fighter?
That's not what
literally-
Battle Masters do.
Yeah, the Battle
There's
Master's
nothing-
level
there
7
is-
ability
there's
is
nothing in Battle
literally
Master.
knowing your enemy, observing them, and knowing what their weaknesses are.
It doesn't give you pre-existing knowledge of your enemy. You just need to
Literally.
fucking stare at their ass for a minute. That's how it works.
And he doesn't learn by looking at them, he learns by studying them prior
and
to.
he doesn't fucking learn anything useful. He can learn if the fucking level is higher than his. That's all he
So
gets.
angry.
Oh man, his strength is
Why are you
higher than
getting
me.
so angry?
Really? The fucking huge Trent has more strength than your puny ass. Wow, I'm surprised.
Twitch,
Yeah,
Twitch,
I'm
we
not
will
having
say
it.
we're just discussing in good faith. We're not actually upset at each
We're
other.
actually upset. We're just heated.
I'm getting
uh,
upset.
This is a
Reply,
heated
please.
discussion of dying on hills. Okay,
Oh,
we're buying time for Amber, and I'm more than happy to die on this hill. And I'm more than happy to fight this argument.
it's okay, guys. Geralt is totally
wizard.
Hexblade.
A wizard.
No, he's a Hexblade. Yeah, 100%.
He does have that like rough charisma, you know.
True.
You want to know? You want to know? Let me actually say something really outrageous. You want to know what Geralt actually is if he was a fighter subclass
For sure.
out of the base classes? I hate to say it, but it ain't Battlemaster. You want to know what it is? He would be an Eldritch fucking Knight. That's the base class he would be.
That I agree more than Battlemaster.
Oh yeah, I understand now. His bonded weapon is Roach, and when he pulls it back, it comes to him.
He fucking casts a Ard and then grabs Roach and swings her as a section. That works.
Oh,
He's just like me for real.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Amber, let's go back to the role playing. Let's go back into Etharis.
yeah, Amber's,
You've had plenty of time anyway.
And let me tell you then about my statement that Iron Man is in fact not an artificer. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Amber is currently writing up, sending message replies.
I still have my melon.
By splitting my psyche over like 25 different NPCs has truly broken me. So
I
I'm
mean,
doing my best.
Oh my god.
maybe you should have thought about that before sending us 4 months. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe
it's a
you should have
joke.
thought about that before going into into like pretty much the Feywild.
Well, put the things that have simple solutions in front of us, and that will be the result.
Why is there a melon called Golden Delicious?
That's an apple as well.
That's so stupid.
Jump in. I think a cantaloupe is honestly probably Vincent.
Ah yeah, sure, yeah.
I
Looks
wanna
like
be a
Vincent,
honey
gray
melon.
on the outside, orange on the inside. Yeah, that's pretty much him.
No! Ryan has betrayed us. I just asked him whether he thinks Geralt is a ranger or a fighter, and he said, fighter, I suppose? Nah.
Wait, I'm in the D&D official Discord tabletop server. Let's go. Where is it? Where's General RPG help?
Oh no!
This
You're
is
gonna
crucial.
open such a can of
This
worms.
is crucial.
Oh my god!
In a heated debate on our stream, we have to find out.
Oh, we got
In
one on
D5e
toast. Let's go.
Base edition, no extras. Is Geralt of Rivia a fighter or a ranger? There we go. Posted it. There we go.
What do you mean? Ryan, that's a cop-out of an answer, bro. Ranger traits, but is more fighter than anything. What do you mean? What's that cop-out?
No, that's exactly my point. He has the background that is just Outlander, that you know things about monsters, but based on just his capabilities and what he does, he's a fighter more than anything. Because fighter with an Outland background is just a better ranger.
No, I'm not having this. This is disgusting. This is a violation.
Yippee! Okay, I did it. I finally did it.
Next thing he's gonna tell me is that Aragon is also a fighter and not a ranger, and then I'm not having that either.
So I hate to tell you something. You want to know what Legolas is? Legolas is also a fighter, just with a bow.
No, that's not enough. Let me at him.
I mean, he is a fighter. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it. You know what? I will agree with the Legolas one, but I will not agree with Aragon. I'm not pushing that one.
I'd honestly not sure.
Sorry for ending my sending with the question.
My
Oh.
face when this will be my last message. The last words I hear: double question mark.
I'm sorry. I just had to channel Jade, so she's a character that just like
Yeah, she's
questions
a girl.
everything about the world, you know. Also, everything that she thinks, also out loud. So
Nice.
sorry. Would you like me
Why
to
is my
take it
other
back?
group so unreliable?
No,
why
I'm
is
sending
why
another
is, why is the rest of them not answering this very important question?
I don't know.
Because they're not good friends. This is what friends are for, to
How
answer
dare
your
they, how
bullshit
dare they.
questions at 9 p.m. on a
dare they-
Friday.
Literally, how dare they have other fucking responsibilities
Yep.
from across
L-
different fucking time zones? Disgusting.
Hate that.
It's,
American and Australian fucking time zone. Like, I don't care, bro. Wake up and answer me.
Yeah, like your DM is fucking asking you a question. Like, time to answer.
I'm fighting on a dying
If you
hill
had
here,
said
bro.
you gain like 1,000 XP if you answer this question
Oh,
within
yeah,
5
yeah.
minutes, you would have gotten like 5 answers
Yeah,
right away.
100%.
You're
But
right, bro. You're right. I should have just fucking dangled a carrot in front of them.
Speaking of carrots, hey Amber, what do we need to do to level up?
The
I was
segue
like,
is
did I hear
You know
someone wanting a
exactly.
stick?
No,
you know exactly what you need to do.
no,
we need to
we
solve the
don't.
prophecies. Each prophecy is a level. Also, once we solve each prophecy,
Finish this arc.
That's like what?
Okay,
I
no worries.
Oh, you
Yo, Amber, I'm going to the theater in the morning.
Yeah, you could do that.
Let's go.
Oh, Tukas, you stole your little sending slot, so cute.
Oh, I'm so happy that he's still a better.
I hate to tell you guys, the Discord tabletop is just wrong. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Tabletop.
let's go.
Oh, they're all saying rain. Let me show us the screenshot. Mark.
I've had two people say you can say Ranger.
No,
That's
yeah.
like exactly,
No, there you go.
exactly.
But I will go to the theater before this goes on too long.
I'm spending basically the entire day casting spells and then immediately short resting because I'm already run out of spells. I wake up, I lose all my spell slots, I go to sleep again.
No.
My boy E ... is right, and
Brother, yeah.
Athrocat Schrodinger is.
Schrodinger is he's the real deal, man. He knows.
He said it with chest as well. Ranger, full stop, bro. He said it with chest.
Full stop as well, yeah. That's just, he knows.
Sorry, to make a long story very short. No, to make a very long story short, everybody at the theater is like, "What the fuck?" Like happened.
I'm like, hello. I'll explain the situation. I'll basically say, tell them that we got rid of the grandmother hag that was the source of their problems.
You tell them it was a grandmother hack.
I'll probably say Faye. I'll probably say Faye. That's probably
Very
more
well.
accurate. And then I made friends with the other Faye that was around, and now he's chill. He's a good Faye now. And then I'll subtly ask about what people thought of my performance. Throughout.
Well, what it comes down to, Zarius, is that a lot of people were freaked out about what happened in the theater, that they got kind of taken hostage, but also low-key, nobody really knew what was going on exactly, because, like, was this part of the performance or not? Like, it was only until, like, 20 or 30 minutes that they'd been sitting there with, like, no one reappearing back on the stage, and people were like,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's coming back. Something is happening here, and it's like very weird. There's definitely some people in the like upper like class of nobility who really like your Art Nouveau like new fucking like vibe that you going here, and they are kind of like low key fans of how fucking weird you are and how fucking weird your performance was. So like that will get you points at least. Other people were just like, what the fuck? It like just happened here.
You spread a new form of art now. Artists are disappearing for months at a time everywhere around.
Dedicated to their craft.
No, I'll basically take it in stride. Then I'll kind of drop. If we found some things in your basement that you guys never owned and that some evil fae put there, you might guys mind if we took them?
What?
Like that stuff?
What?
An evil. Remember how we were afraid that the evil fae was going to harm your theater?
We
Mhm.
did tell them that we're blowing them up.
Yeah, would you mind if we took the stuff that's there with us?
It is still there. I mean, we went through the ledgers, and like, yes, there is in fact purchases going back months of small packets of blasting powder
What the
on our bill.
What?
I'm gonna lean in and
You
say,
guys never saw this, by the way. Like, you didn't go. There was like a huge ledger in the room with all the props, but you guys were just like, haha, prop room, yippee!
"Whoopsie!"
Yeah,
The downstairs prop room. You guys were like, oh my god, a mummy, so funny, and then you just ignored like
I
there was
that
something there.
falls entirely upon Lawrence and Vincent.
It was pretty funny though. It doesn't matter.
Well, I hate to you guys mind if we took that with us?
I would rather it wasn't there anymore. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll take that with you free of charge. We might, free of charge. We'll take it free of charge.
It's theirs. That's what they're saying.
But I had a wonderful opportunity. I don't think you'll be seeing Lily again, though. By the way, and just a little tidbit.
How can you be
Is that
sure?
so?
Yeah, and she's traveling the world, finding love. Whatever happened to her partner? Actually, he was still there, right?
We're not quite sure. I think he was there on the day of the performance. They kind of like look at each other, like, yeah, I think he came back from like upstairs, but he just left.
And you guys have Gilbert playing here now, right? If I remember correctly.
The viol player, yes.
Yeah, he's fantastic. No, but we just wanted to inform you. That means I'll get some people to log the thing out.
Isn't it theirs? It's a game of their account.
But they just told me I could take it, so I'll take it.
They don't even know where to look for this stuff.
We told.
Yeah, good luck getting it out of there. There's no way
That's
to.
true, that's true, that's true,
There's no way to take these barrels out.
Nah, don't worry. Well, what I'm
Some
going
swimming,
to do,
maybe.
Amber, I'm going to basically close up. No, Amber. You know what I will do. I'll get someone to do that can swim. Close the latch, right? Then just open the airtight door so that it floods, and then the water level's low enough that we can, scoop the things out.
Brother, that can
Yeah, I thought
that
of
can
this.
breathe in water. Find someone that can swim.
But
Yeah, you can try to work something out there.
Yeah.
She doesn't
You
seem
know,
too impressed.
let's wait. Actually,
With Zarius' unwillingness to be the one swimming, despite the fact that he has a necklace that lets him breathe
Okay.
underwater. Yeah.
Okay. I'd say Zarius will attempt it. With that, Zarius will attempt it. He's gonna go into the water, Amber. He's going to go
No.
into the water.
By yourself.
Well, I will basically ask the people here to tie a rope on me. So, like, if I give it a pull,
Zarius,
they
they're
pull
not
me out.
gonna go down
Just
to
wanna
the
know
basement.
Where do
go
you want to
fucking
put the
fishing with you.
gunpowder?
Oh, damn. Then I'll wait a bit until the party comes.
Oh my lord.
I need some help. I can't swim.
I also want to know where we're putting the gunpowder because I sure as hell hope you're not gonna put it in your wagon.
No.
I'm not sure if you ever played Sea of Thieves, but
Chest of
there's one
holding.
There's one true rule you never do.
Hey,
and
don't
that is
judge my chest of holding.
Your chest of holding.
What they gonna
Yeah,
do?
what's
Steal
my
the
DC
gunpowder?
34 lock on it?
Love that. Yeah, just stuff your entire dump all the gunpowder into the secret compartment of your wagon.
Anyway, regardless of how you guys are gonna go and get the gunpowder out, which is something that you can discuss among yourselves. Sorry, should get rank 2 performer.
Hey!
Yes! That
Congratulations!
means I get a new cool scale!
That makes me the only person who's not ranked up.
It is your turn, Tokas.
Yeah, one day.
Also,
It's
you guys do.
I already have all the benefits of my next level up, so it really.
You guys do you because I have 2 more things, but they are not very pressing.
Okay. Well, I don't have pressing things either. I just have to send sendings. Which I sent you a third one, remember?
Another
Oh.
one. Yippee.
Yeah, another one. Someone keeps asking me
Yippee.
questions on the end of their sentences.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I swear I'm trying to be a better person.
No, of course, of course. I also have a fourth one coming for Mari later on. If I don't get another question at the end of this one. And besides that, I don't think I had to look at the list. Oh, Sam. Talking to Sam with Vincent and Vittorio. I think that's. But then
Yeah.
again, she works in the day, so we can't really do that until
We could
the
do it
evening.
in the evening, indeed.
Yeah.
This is very, very true. Vittorio will have spent most of the day trying to catch up with Delphine, running some errands, harvesting some mushrooms, and yeah, and then he'll indeed have time in the evening. He can also send. Actually, you know what? He's gonna. Oh, let me do. Bippity bob. I need to count my words.
There we go. Me demanding free lodging and food for my party because I'm performing for them.
What is for my party? And please give me money.
Because I'm performing from them, I'm literally a clown all of 24/7.
Damn, how did you know? I get to I get to take a cool new skill, so I'm looking at the skills right now.
Level 3.
I will. What's it called? Yeah, one of the sending messages Victoria will send with his literal life force. Yummy. Is Eric. 9 words. Feywild. Traveled 4 months. You okay?
Clear man-to-man communication. Gone 4 months. You okay?
Oh god.
I mean, I can't do much with
I know, but I love
words.
it. It feels like that's what Vittorio would articulate even with a 15-second.
No, if he had 15 seconds.
That's so, perfect.
I saw. Man, I hope Eric's okay. Oh, no, don't be like that, Amber. Don't laugh.
Well, no, he did great. He did great.
The turf. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, okay. That's a very good message, actually.
Thank you, I'm really good.
Bro,
Oh, there was one
he-
word left.
Bro, he did better than Elmare with her fucking hundreds of years experience. Who's like, what the fuck? Why would you? Oh.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she doesn't know it's 9 words, because I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think I've...
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yippee!
You have 1 word left. Yippee!
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Me realizing I have 5 cents left on my gift card. Yippee! Alright, that's a lot of sending messages that I'm still
One
working my
more.
way through. Oh, 1 more! So about cantaloupes.
You've already worked all your way through all of him. I just sent to Elmara now.
Toga's literally like the first.
How do you have this many spell slots?
I have 3, and then I need to take a short rest to Arcane Recovery, my 4th, 3rd level spell slot, and then I literally can't do anything else.
No.
I'm like a fucking payphone, but like the old ones where you can call 1 every hour.
Damn.
Wanna pay for
I'm,
You
uh,
need,
I'm the first prototype of a Voxcaster, but I have biological components.
You really need a little spell slot restoring thingy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
love the thingies that restore your spell slots.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. I mean, you know
More-
exactly. You know exactly which item I mean. My brain is just
A
not.
pearl.
Thank you. A pearl of power. There you go.
Honestly, I think what we
Ow.
need is like a cheap way to reproduce sending scrolls, so we can fucking use our use and throw away phones,
Yeah, that would be nice.
or make those fucking rings. That would be pretty good.
That
What rings?
is with hag
With the hag teeth, that idea that I had.
Hack teeth!
No. I mean, that's good and good if we can actually indeed make them.
Xonim's whisper.
Hmm.
Put the hag teeth in your ears, though.
No, thank you.
Yes, that's how it works.
There you
No,
go.
I refuse.
Daga kotoar.
Daga kutur. I'll give remember to put that in there because I know what she did last night.
Yeah,
I know what you
that-
did last summer.
Yeah, that's because she thought she had 15 seconds to answer, but it was only 9 words. I need to copy all of these sending messages.
Castor will have to fucking sit his ass down and wait for tomorrow.
That's okay. Casper can also fucking upcast his replies, so
A man can just ignore the 15-second rule. He can just talk as much as he wants.
yeah.
Caster Bag is just like pathetic. You can only speak for 15 seconds. Let me give you this 24-hour eulogy in return.
This is what I've been doing for the past 4 months. Day-to-day diary. Lasts 4 months.
You know what I'm scared of? The fact that Amber has still not we have not gotten to the surprise she mentioned.
What do you mean? It was a paper, but you didn't.
paper
Oh,
was a
Paper
surprise.
okay.
was a
It was
surprise.
okay. Then it was a pleasant surprise.
She mentioned a surprise?
Yeah, she did at the start of
We just
session.
weren't sure whether it was going to be happy or not, but it turns out
Yeah,
it's a good one.
yeah, well, it was a good one. It was the paper. It was very nice.
Damn, I wasn't there to hear about the surprise.
I mean,
But I was
no.
there to watch the paper.
Yeah, exactly. She just mentioned at the start of session.
If only we could do anything of this cool stuff. Imagine we didn't fucking waste 4 months of our lives. Yippee!
Yeah,
Could have gone and hunted for a egg of Griffin and probably cured a super big favor with the Emperor of the Empire. Yippee! So baby!
Guys, I forgot I'm still missing one expertise.
I am so fucking dumb. I've been scratching away at something that I thought was like a stain on my monitor. It turns out it's the magical icon for magic items in the sheet. It looks like a fucking smudge. I'm like, why is it not going away? I scroll, it goes down. Oh. Excuse me?
I also love how the beginning of that message to Ilmare is just so casual. It's like, hi, we're back from the Feywild.
There's no other context I can give.
Yeah.
He shanked a hag. Damn,
Yeah,
I really,
you need to go blind
know.
for that sort.
I know. I need to fourth thing to be an expert in.
Time to undo your fourth level ASI and cry.
Yeah, but I have all these things. And I'm like, I have poetry, singing, and wrangling as expertise, but I get the fourth one.
I just put it in any of the other 49 skills we have.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't have to worry about it. Soon I'll be removing them anyway. Yippee!
I was an expert in elementals, I remember. That's what I was.
Oh, the city.
Excuse
What
me?
was going up in flame? Woman, sentences of subjects.
Ilmar will
Has
literally
there
be like,
anyone ever
yeah.
told you syntax in 700 years?
For context, before the stream, Tokas sent a sending message to Ilmare, which was, Ilmare, hi, we're back from the Feywild. You sounded panicked. Are you okay? Where are you? What have you been up to? We're in Altenheim. Going out in a day or two. You have 15 seconds to answer.
Puta!
Yeah, and Amber, what did you send back?
That things aren't good. Why would you even go in? It's not a place meant for mortal people. Anyway, I'm on the road to Rowland. Your city is going up in flames, and things are about to go to shit in Leomil as well.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, yeah, the von Martimus Day did like explode, and like things went on fire. But it's okay, guys. It's totally
Yeah.
under control.
No, it's totally under control. Also, is the image in the paper like accurate, or was it just
What do you mean? This is like accurate footage. Like, don't you love my fucking demon-infested street?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Explosions and like, yeah, the fucking quarters are like blocked off. You can't see that. But yeah, there's definitely some horrible things going on. But don't worry about it.
We do worry, but okay.
Yeah, there's like a cute little scrunkly road right there outside the city.
No.
It goes into the mountain.
Yeah, or goes on the towards the other mountains.
The
You said the city's going up in flames, but the city is not in flames.
well,
Part of it was going up in flames.
if in the paper there was a mention of the siege of von Marzim estate, and that it actually is still raging on, and the city keeps burning, because there was a weird cult there that did some bad things, which unironically might have to do with that one vision that Toka saw with Sam.
Could be. Yep. Perhaps we're a bit too late.
No, let's hope not.
I think I saw the entire city in ruin.
Yeah, but right now it's only a certain part of the city.
What is it with us and cities halfway going to shit while we're there?
Amber just laughed at us.
Do you think there's something just like evil that clings to you guys? Like
Yeah.
you want to do good, but every place that
Yeah.
you go to
Yeah,
inevitably ends up worse.
Yeah, Amber is the name of that evil.
I mean,
Warlock patron, the DM.
I mean, to be fair to Amber, before that it was a my guy called Tarko, but that shouldn't be the case when we arrived here.
Right?
Don't say it like that.
Tarko was still there, like, yeah, you broke your pact, but the contract said I
I'm
could
free
spy
now,
on you for
bitch.
life.
I'm no longer tied to your shadow. I can go where I
I'm
please.
every shadow now.
Unironically,
The shadow
might
that
be.
dances on your wall.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna just get the Beast Whisper thing so I can.
My
train
favorite
horses better.
column is always half man's heart. Thank you, little halflings, for making my day better.
Truth.
We love you, halflings.
I'm also really sad about the I've lost my dog. It is not dead. Please don't send me condolences. It is not that kind of dog. 500 signature reward. Hutchkin.
That's a lot of go.
Like I don't understand. It's not that kind of dog. It's like, what do you mean by
It's
that?
like a fucking pet play moment right there.
My pet play dog ran away.
He lost.
I'm more sad about Major the dog. He's a real OG, and people are like, he's missing. What a dude.
Yeah.
This is what happens to you when you make a connection with the awakened animal. Very sad.
Hey Tokas. Do you know that there's a shipload of essence for sale, which is a mixed variety of common and uncommon essences for only 600 crowns?
There's also ponies for sale.
I have read the entirety of this newspaper.
Well, then I'm going to do one more thing on the newspaper. I'm gonna go to the Edgefield Inn.
That's nice. You're not the only one who's going there.
Yay! We're all going there.
Because because someone else really wanted that thing.
Oh,
The fucking is it the college tuition?
No, it's the draconic ring.
Oh, that one.
Oh. What do you mean? I like draconic things. My scythe is draconic. My heart is draconic.
Mm-hmm. So, by the time you get to the apron, which is the ward in which the Edgefield stand, you will find this inn quite easily because it stands out from the other buildings around it. The Edgefield was once upon a time a farm, and it has been repurposed when it got absorbed into the city into a very nice inn. It's a little bit of how do we say this? It's meant for like lower class citizens mostly because they have pretty cheap meals. But then like people from higher wards and like people from outside the city who are visitors, which they don't get a lot, but you know, they visit the Edgefield to kind of like see how like the other half of society lives. You know, it's kind of like an attraction to them to
Oh
see how poorer
no.
people like live their lives.
It's like one of those like native basically a tourist attraction, like a native village.
Yeah.
It is true.
That's kind of sad.
But it's a pretty. I mean, it's like for a like lower ward establishment. It's like quite a nice place. Like he's taken the whole abode, like mostly the stable and whatnot that has been the barn and the stables have been turned into like this open air venue almost where you can dine. You can also reserve for parties. And then he's also renovated the grain silo that is outside, still exists, which has been turned into like a dormitory for a staff. Anyway, Zarius, you're not the only person who is there. You also see Vittorio like sneaking around in here.
What do you mean
Look at
sneaking around?
Vittorio.
Well, you both DM'd me about
Yeah.
this instead of like saying
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
I
want.
wasn't gonna be secret about it. I
Yeah.
just wanted to do
That's
it.
true.
Amber, who DM'd you first? That's important.
That is true. Well, you
I don't know.
DM'd me. Mark just said that he's going there, I think. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
I
wait,
said
I'm
I
double-
used
So
I used the
Vittorio's
after
sneaky.
hours. I used the after hours where
So
we were.
Vittorio's sneaky, yeah.
So, about that, Gabe, there's someone else who also messaged me about that.
Oh God.
I wonder who that is. Really?
The same person who's at the edge.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't expect that. Wow.
Oh.
I love how all of us just decided to go there.
So what
separately.
my headcanon is that like we all split off with the excuse of we're gonna do some chores, we're gonna do some stuff, we're gonna look into this. And then first of all, Vittorio and like Zarius meet each other dressed with like heavy cloaks and they spot each other at the other end of the tavern, they're like, fuck. And then after that happens, Vittorio goes to another tavern, he walks in and he sees a suspicious gnome with another cloak and he looks back, fuck.
They're like shit.
Oh, god damn it.
What's wrong, guys? What could...
Gif is exactly it.
Jesus Christ.
That's fine. Everything's fine.
Just kidding. So anyways, I get there before Vittorio, right? Because he's busy getting the ring.
Oh.
Yeah, true.
Whoa.
Damn, I don't know, man. Like, it's a lot of hours in a day.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
there's-
only morning guy, you know. Single
This is
barbarian
true.
looking for female. For femoid. I understand.
No, I yo, if I
It
was
gets
a
better.
woman, hey, sullen-eyed, black hair. I feel like I just like fit the description, and he's not gonna notice until I flop it out.
No, that's his description. That's how he looks.
Yeah, he has like blonde, black, sleek hair and solid eyes, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's who he is. Team.
Honestly, would love to keep Sarah company if I stayed here. I feel like she'd be like a fine friend, like a grandma.
Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, so you two show up here.
I just look at Vittorio.
I don't know why, but both
I
of you
look at
show
Vit-
up here.
I look at Vittorio, just like straight at him, who I imagine is not trying to hide at all.
Yeah, like why would he?
I walk up behind him. Hey, great minds think alike. Sorry, suddenly just pops up behind you.
Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose so.
Honestly, expected Tokas here.
I mean, it's the ring.
Yeah, but he has draconic interests, no?
Does he?
Yeah,
I
his
mean,
little grandpa.
I
thing,
mean,
no?
I mean, yeah, but what's the? Well, I guess.
I was just interested because draconic, and I like to hold my scythe for a moment, put it back. Also, something in my heart tells me I should look out for things like that.
That's fair.
Well, since we're here together, let's check it out together. Why not?
Yeah, no, I suppose we can do that.
Is there a Hattic? I'm gonna look for the person I think would fit the description of Hattic, Amber.
How? What do you mean
Literally,
the description
I'm
of
just
a
gonna look.
Hattic?
I'm gonna look at people, and then based on how they look like, I'm going to guess a random individual. Say, "Are you Hattic?" Based on what I think the name would fits.
Like,
Educated
what do
guess.
you think a person like? Just tell me who Zarius.
All
What
right.
Zarius thinks someone who's named Hattic like
Well,
would
I'm
look like.
not to be namist, but I imagine they wear a
Namist!
hat. I imagine they wear a hat.
I imagine you wear a hat. Okay.
And relatively good-looking clothing, like a little bit. Hattic sounds like someone from the more upper branches of society. So
You see someone who is wearing like this like fully like green outfit, but like a light, it's almost like pastelish green, you know, fine clothing, and they do wear a little like frumpled looking hat. It looks almost like a chef hat or something. It was like walking around behind the bar of this inn. It
okay,
could be a Hattic.
that's going to be Hattic. I'm going to go towards them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to them and say, "Sir, I'm looking for a certain Hattic. Would you know who that may be?"
Hattic.
Yes.
You mean Kuba Hattic?
Maybe.
He like kind of like his eyes narrow for a little bit in thought, and he says, "Are you here about the advertisement?"
Yes.
Right. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Karen.
Hey, I come from there. Oh, I shake their hand. If they
I wouldn't
do.
have guessed otherwise. I will call Cassian over.
Thank you. I'm here with my friend, Tall and Broody.
That's all right. That's one way to introduce. Yeah, that's fine.
This is Vittoria, one of the greatest witchers I've known.
That's putting it on. Nah. Yeah.
Also, one of the only witchers I know.
Apparently, my friend here has developed a sense of humor overnight.
But we're both interested in the advertisement.
Yeah, I
A pleasure to
somehow.
meet you, Tall and Broody. Just a moment. He kind of like shuffles into like the back area, and then he calls "Honey," and you hear multiple voices say "Yes."
Oh my god.
Darius gives an approving nod.
Castian, hear grumble. A little bit of like stumbling in the kitchen area. How do I spell this again?
Hatik. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't think that is the.
Tall and brooding avatar, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Damn, Vittorio.
Why are you damning me?
Damn you to hell and back, son!
Tori's done nothing wrong. This little guy.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. Don't worry about it, Vittorio.
I mean, he did almost
Anyway.
laser his cat. So
I did
A very
almost what?
short, a very short individual with hair so pale that it almost looks see-through, and blue eyes, kind of like whew, swishes out of the kitchen area. They're also wearing a like one of those green, like pastel green, almost like chef outfits. Maybe you think it might be. They're not wearing the hat though.
oh.
A pleasure. Welcome to Edgefield. You were here for the advertisement in the paper.
Yeah, we were
That's-
interested.
Yeah, that's correct.
He produces from his pocket a little box and like places out in front of you, like pops the cap open, and inside there is a rather beautiful ring. It has like a sort of like open motif. It looks like a dragon's tail like wrapped around with like fins on one end. Then it curls around the finger, and on the other hand there's 3 prongs. And it has indeed been engraved with draconic runes.
Imagine these are magic runes and not letter runes.
They are, would I call it magical rune? It's not the same as like rune carving, but it is glyphs, as in the like one rune means something, you know?
So
Mhm.
letters.
Yeah, like letters.
With what I was
Letters
taught, would I
works.
be able to read it?
You can make me a check since you know draconic.
Would I be able to make a thaumatology check with the draconic, maybe, or is it just trading?
I would
I
say
can-
maybe even like lord dragons.
Yeah, I can try. I'm not as good at those, but I can definitely give that a shot.
Can I
Uh,
also make one because I can't
Yeah.
actually assist?
Ooh, 19. That's not actually too bad.
We'll do this, and I will also apply. Actually, can I apply it? I forgot.
Why are there 2 Lord Dragons? I'm looking at my lores.
Is there?
There's 2 for me.
No, this is only for monstrosity or beasts. Never mind, I can't add this.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, there is
Oh.
indeed 2 Lord Dragons. Oh well, that's a problem
Just a
for another
19.
time. Yeah, that is my check.
Alright.
each.
You two recognize 2 runes. One of them is kind of shaped like an eye, maybe, or like a diamond with prongs, like jutting out of it, and you know the rune as Ratanen, or the Fog Dream. It kind of represents. It represents more concepts than one. There is the concept of the Mist Dragon.
Yeah, I know
which
that
is
one.
one dragon in the draconic creation myth of the sacred flame, which is definitely illegal now. So Zarius at least knows this definition
Mhm.
of the mist dragon who, let's just say, it does not show themselves anymore ever again. Where are you? Ah, yes, that was your name, Narnardinrath of the Mist,
Hmm.
the dragon of prophecy. The other meaning that both of you know is that of the fog dream, the mists of everything that ever was or will be, that is made up of raw, chaotic energy. It is the substance of dreams, like the fog that lives at the edge of dreams, and that can be called upon and shaped by those with the knowledge to do so. People who can create and destroy the dreams of others. They're also called kind of the fog or the mist between times, sort of like an underlying force that keeps time from stagnating, from wasting away, that keeps things flowing.
I have a second question, maybe.
Yeah.
Correct me if this is maybe too out of the box, but I imagine draconic imagery is still pretty thickly used in Ember Kern, even with the new faith of the Seraphs.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know, maybe with a heraldry check, of I won't say nations, but would I know of maybe houses or groups of people that would associate with these dragons that this ring might have been belonging to? And I'm not saying these faiths, but more the that use its imagery, not its faith.
Or intelligence heraldry, because this is going back into history.
Right. I am pretty good at heraldry. Did study that shit.
Did you?
I did. I'm proficient in it.
You know, indeed, of a house who uses maybe not the, as you say, the religious connotation, but the sigilry of Rotanen. House Civis, one of the older houses in the city that like most others was banished but eventually came back, had to rebuild from just 2 survivors. But they specialize in diplomatic services. They specialize in the translation of documents, of like important documents that come into the city.
Nah. Okay. I'm gonna look at it. House Civis. Curious. Maybe. What would that do here though?
You recognize it,
Possibly.
Gustin says.
From Ember Kern, there's a house that probably uses rings like this.
I must admit I've never been, though I'd love to see it sometime.
Well, it's a great city. Just don't be able to cast magic.
Just about the same goes anywhere nowadays.
Fair, fair. No, it's beautiful between the mountains. I remember the big lizards that climbed the sides of the mountains. Used for never mind. But that ring seems to belong to the House Civis. It's a very old house. I won't. It's not powerful anymore, is it? It's just like it's not powerful. Powerful. I imagine it has some powers with the what they do now, but
Yeah, they're like politically influential now, not religiously.
so
Social
less.
standing. Yeah, social standing is more how close you are to the church and how much value you have to the church in Castanella.
Yeah, no, I know that.
But like from
Grandmommy
a
beat the
political
shit out of me.
perspective, yeah. But from a political perspective, they do handle a lot of important documents coming into the country, so
Powerful house. If it was any other city, they'd hold half the city in its hand, but it's not any other city. So you were 25 crowns for it, right?
that is correct.
I imagine I know that crowns are gold in this place.
I hope you do.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's
Yeah.
platinum pieces.
I,
It's electrum pieces.
I'll open my witch site with this ring. I don't imagine it's magical, but I will look at see if I can take up a hint of it. Open my senses in before this guy's a demon and I just fucking vomit and apple seeds on the
Yippee!
fucking ground.
When you expand your awareness, you become aware of the fact that this person in front of you has some degree of like magical prowess within them. But the ring, it simply it's almost like it feels old, but it does not radiate any power in and of itself for being old.
Yeah, there's a history to it. That ring tells a story. And I look at the man in its eyes and say, and you should never come to Ember Curran.
I suppose perhaps I will not.
Anything you wanted to ask him? I'm pretty confident in wanting to buy it. Could be a little bit of a could be a little bit of an advantageous piece should we ever go to Ember Curran.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to have figured out some things, so I don't really have a question. I don't think. Amber, did you give us the name of the second rune?
I did not yet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was the Sarius that was very eager to buy.
It was the one with everything.
The second rune is Shaoran, or flowing knowledge. The rune that holds knowledge, but understanding of it comes with time. Because this knowledge is nothing but knowledge. It is so pure that it can be dangerous to use without wisdom. It is best used in conjunction with other runes to understand the chaos that lives within the mists. It is a rune that asks you to meditate on it with a question in mind and to be patient.
Yep.
This is so flowy, but welcome to Draconic Magic.
I'd imagine so, yeah. I'd imagine that the draconic magic is also just slow.
Yeah.
I imagine it's slow.
It is. Draconic runes are very slow, if only someone didn't eradicate them. Yippee!
No, Victoria doesn't. does not have any questions. Actually, no, he does have one question. He's like, where did you get the ring? Well, if you are willing to tell us, that is.
Believe it or not, I was once a traveler, though I never reached as far down as Castanella. Quite the cook in my time as well. I actually received this one on the road from a traveler who came to stay at our camp one day, and they had no other way to pay us back. I insisted that it was not necessary, but things are as they are. I do believe they were a dragonborn. Silver, maybe white in color.
Would that fit the description of the house? House Ibis? I know that Dragonborn likely aren't all the same color of certain houses, but
Yeah, definitely not. It could be.
Zarius, whose family is very pure blood black Dragonborn.
If anything, like mist dragons are like a grayish white color, maybe, but like it doesn't make did the house bind themselves with mist dragons because they are white?
Yeah.
Could very well be.
May I ask how long ago this was?
It must have been at least a decade. I mean, I found it while I was like clearing out the attic. We're trying to, clean the place up a little bit, and I was like, well, you make so many memories in your life, and you try to hold on to so many things, but eventually you gotta make space for new stuff, and this will help pay for some renovations.
Hmm. Well, that's fair.
Well, I'm pretty interested in buying it. Good historical piece. A lot of history of my people with it.
Be happy to sell it to you.
Cyrus opens his coin pouch.
He like
Realizes
kind of looks between the two of you, like. So are the two of you like you know?
together.
Eh.
Sorry, he's kind of like, no.
Not in that way. We travel together, though.
Yeah, I'm part of the Stargazers.
Yeah. Though I don't think they've heard about the Stargazers.
I'm the Withered Rose. Maybe you heard of me. Did a performance in the theater 4 months back.
4 months ago. It's a while.
Yeah, you maybe heard of it, of everyone suddenly disappearing and them being held hostage. That type of thing. Yeah, that was me. I was there.
I think I think I did hear somewhat of a buzz around that. That was the Stargazers, the Withered Rose, huh?
Yeah, that's me. Great performer, extraordinaire.
I believe it.
This, one of the best Witchers of all time that I've known in my life personally.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you keep saying that.
I'd say I've had the pleasure of meeting many of your kind. They don't seem to like the city very much.
Well, I haven't been here long, so I have no clue. Did a bit of lodge work, and then I suppose the guards got a bit upset, so I can see why.
Yeah. Well, I hope this one serves you. He says, and he clicks the book shut and puts it back down in front of you.
Like, look at Vittoria's, like, whisper, did we exchange any coin? Because I remember we exchanged coin in, bro, I forgot its name.
I mean,
We
Well,
exchanged some coin in Graphing now.
You have gotten crowns
Yeah.
from me because
Yeah.
I have sold
Yeah.
stuff and then given it
yeah.
to you in
Exactly.
Altenheim.
Yeah.
Me, who's definitely did not keep track of the separate currencies I
That's
have.
fine.
I will then pay with. I'm gonna ask him if he has exchange for five crowns.
No problem.
Then I'll give him the equivalent of 3 platinum pieces.
He'll be happy to do business.
Oh.
We can split the cost if you'd like to share it. I look at Vittorio.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Just toss me 1 platinum. I'll tank the 5.
He raises a very suspicious eyebrow.
I just want to hold on to it.
Then
I just
literally,
want to hold on to it.
literally, yeah, no, he will. Yeah, he will give you a platinum, and then he's like, "Well, I'll buy you some drinks or something later."
Yeah, we can do that.
But really
That's fine.
expensive drinks.
Well, I'm gonna. I look at the essence of darkness that I keep hidden in the backest of my backpack because it can't touch light. If I remember correctly,
Mhm.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to
the back
experiment
folds
with
of my
this.
backpack.
I'm gonna experiment with this. I'll be in the room, so if you guys need me, I'll just be. I promise I won't blow it up like the orphanage last time.
Unhinged. Zarius unhinged. Alright, well, Zarius goes off to try and do something with that. Vittorio, you meet another companion of yours.
Yeah, like Victoria comes in, sees Tokas, and he just goes, "Ah."
Not
He sees
again.
Toka sitting in front of a woman. She's got like these like big spiral curls, and she's like, "So I found this one in my collection, but like I think the energy is just really off."
I thought it was a fucking person, not a moonstone girl. You see, Tokas, he like slightly looks to the side and he sees Vittorio, the expression of an exhausted old man on his face. He has eye bags he didn't have the night
Toka's
before.
aged 40 years since he sat down.
Yeah, yeah. It's like in the process of like a ritual casting detect magic to aid this woman. Like,
Why not just identify? God damn it.
true, that's true. I do have that spell. I forget about it all the time.
That's true. That's true, bestie.
Victoria will try and get.
Himatsu,
Yeah.
get out. Well, Steve, you still can.
Damn. It sounds like he is, or it seems like Toka's mouth. Come sit down.
Yeah, for sure.
Victoria will approach the table.
Oh, who might you be, tall, dark, and handsome?
That's the second time I've been called out today.
It must be fate.
Name's Vittorio, and
I knew that it was gonna happen. All my crystals were aligned this morning.
Oh,
Yep.
and Tokas, I see you saw that in the paper as well.
Indeed. We are traveling companions of the same group.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yep, that is true. I'm almost done here. And as he weaves magic into the pearl. I was checking this out. I saw that advertisement and I thought it could be something interesting. We'll
Oh,
see in
yeah.
about 20 more seconds.
Well, seems we had similar ideas.
Well, you must have been following your intuition. Did you know that amethyst is the stone of calming and intuition? Like, you're basically made for each other. I'm Casey, by the way. Ametrine. Ametrine is in like the optimism stone. Yeah, that's me.
Victoria will
Just looks
shake,
down, he
shake her
squints
hand.
his eyes, hidden beneath the brim of his large hat, is like in pain.
Like, I don't really know what this like ritual is that you're doing, but I tell you all about this amethyst, right? So like it bestows you stability, strength, and inner peace, and you really look like you could use that.
I suppose we've all been through some troubling times as of late. That's very
Yeah, you
true.
look very tired. I She shovels the like amethyst closer to you. Amethysts help with insomnia.
He like looks up, exhausted, and is just like,
It also eases headaches, and you kind of look like you might have one.
in behind his eyes, there is the vision of a billions worlds burning to the ash, thousands of untold millions of people screaming. He blinks. That is true. I'd have some troubles with insomnia. Yes.
Then this amethyst is just for you. Like it would have been for me as well. Like sometimes I suffer from insomnia as well, but like I just don't get good vibes from it, and so I just have to go for something else.
Me about
And
the
like I
ritual.
just like really feeling like I'm in my god season right now, like acceptance of myself. I see the truth.
Me about to reach for my purple worm poison to suggest this as the new remedy for insomnia.
Uh,
But yes, I finished casting my goddamn spell and I identify this thing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
please tell me about the like energy properties of this.
So Tokas, this this stone brings you calming and intuition.
I'm gonna break it in half. No, I'm actually not. But
This cipher,
uh-huh.
Oh,
this amethyst cipher contains a fragment of energy used to create another item entirely. It allows you, upon breakage of the amethyst, which is not going to take a lot, that's a very thin little like spirally thing.
So is my
Consuming this
sanity right
cipher,
now.
literally, consuming this cipher allows you to teleport one item that isn't being held or carried that you can see into your hand.
What does it let you craft?
What?
What is this thing used to craft? Or the energy stored in it? What is used to make?
It is a byproduct of someone, once upon a time, making an actual magic item to do with telekinesis. You're not really sure what because it doesn't contain any fragments of that. Everything is like shattered because this is only one tiny piece. And this
Mhm.
cipher allows you to do just what I told you.
Hmm.
that's pretty
Interesting.
cool.
Lucas finishes his identification. He looks up at the stone girl. Yep, it apparently does what you said. Um,
Well, of course.
I suppose I can take it off your hands. I do need a remedy for my sleep.
Mm, very well. Hi, Papa.
He looks up at Vittorio.
Dat is
Do you
gewonnen.
mind?
Ja.
Oh, that's okay.
Mhm.
I'll
Just
yeah, I'll find something else.
Right. He pulls out 15 crowns. He puts them in her hand or close by where she can reach them.
I'm gonna
It's
go buy some calcite after this, I think.
enjoy your calcite.
I could really suggest you, like, if you need something, like, I would definitely recommend you some Celestite because, like, you could really do some positive, like, uplifting things in your life.
I feel like the only thing that could uplift me right now is some silicate byproduct. Anyways, um, enjoy in your endeavors, and hopefully you'll hear about me again. I do have a friend that is oddly similar to you in passions, and gemstones in this case, but
I would love to meet them, like, just vibing together.
yeah, that's exact. You sound just like
Just
I'm
like
kind
if
of
you want,
terrified.
if you want some like feral girly energy, like I really recommend leaving your crystals out
Oh my
tonight,
god.
because because
Oh, please. No, you don't need to do this anymore. You don't.
Yeah,
You
you
don't.
need
You
to
don't
hug
need. You
yourself.
don't,
because
I,
Solimar
you've
is
sold
full
it.
tonight. If you want to
No,
be in
no.
your like strength phase, put him out tonight.
No,
Yeah, Tokas, you gotta feel its magic.
I will endeavor to do so. Thank you very much. I
It's
will.
no problem at all.
Okay. Enjoy your day.
You
See you
too.
hopefully. And turns around and he begins pitter
If it
pattering out.
has to be this way, then we will see each other again.
Yep, that's what I always say. And he heads out of the tavern.
So, like, would you like to buy some crystals as well? She says, turning to you, Vittoria.
Well, I was mostly interested in that one, but yeah, it looks like my friend got it. You know, I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Tokas he's left at this point.
He's like waiting in the doorstep. He
Oh,
walked out until the threshold and he turns
okay.
around and he looks at you.
Yeah. He's like,
I mean, like, I have more if you would like.
no, it's all right. It was that one sounded interesting.
Well, you think that my other crystals don't sound interesting?
Never anger a gemstone girl. They're gonna curse your entire bloodline.
Well, it was more of he leans in a bit and he's like a bit more quiet voice is like, I was trying to get a very late birthday gift for someone, and yeah, I guess he bought it himself, so that's fine.
And then you wanted to, like, give him, like, amethyst. Yeah, I guess for his sleeping problems. I understand.
He's like, Amethyst, you clearly don't know your gems.
Yeah, but no, it's that's all right. I will I'll find something else. Sorry
Treat
for
yourself.
he's like, well, I'll be on my way.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll take a sleep.
I'll curse your entire family on this topaz.
That's okay. I can
Yippee! Yippee!
I can take care of your monstrous lineage.
Screaming inside. Anyways, when you come out and they begin walking back towards the tavern, Tokus literally chucks at you the gem, the quartz, and he says, "It's a cipher of apportation. You break it, you look at an item, the item appears in your hand. I have quite literally no use for it. I'm sure you will. You get disarmed. You don't have magical powers of telekinesis. This is for you."
Right.
Jewelry store now. Well, I guess I can make that happen somehow.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'll hold on to that.
I would suggest that. Or you can do something fun with it and then no one be the wiser. Now I have so many things to think about. I'll head to a jewelry and I'll be back later. Yes.
Yeah, we have our, well, see if we can find Sam in the evening, so.
Yeah. You have some more hours to crack.
That we do.
Man, I hope after these few days things will calm down. I bet it probably will. But alas, what is life is not just a string of things happening all after the other without a break. Okay, well, I've got to go commission some things, and I will be back later. Hopefully, I hope nothing happens. Yes, I'll see you later, Vittorio. He begins pattering away.
Oh, see you later. And after we'll head off to continue with his day then. Probably muttering something about needing to find other stuff.
All right. Is there anything else, friends?
Yeah. Well, I was DMing it, but I guess I can say it out loud. I'm not gonna take a lot of time. I am going to go to a jewelry shop. I am going to pull out the my prismatic dragon scale, and I'm going to have it made into a necklace.
Oh, yippee! Do you want to have it
Actually,
like made it smaller?
Hmm?
Do you want it to be like a little small? Do you want a specific pattern or shape, or it's like the size of a hand?
of a hand. Yeah, that's true. That is the size of a hand. What can you make? What jewelry can you make if it's the size of a hand?
Two really big earrings,
I'm not sure about a big earring, honestly.
a belt buckle.
A belt buckle, maybe a pin?
Yeah, you could have a cloak pin made.
Sure. Yeah, I can make it into a cloak pin.
Yeah, that can be done.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. And how much will that sum me off?
Prevents melee magical darkness. Would also make fine jewelry.
Yeah, that's why I'm
When do
doing
you
it.
want it to be done?
How? No.
When?
Okay, when? Well, if we're leaving tomorrow, within tomorrow.
Okay. If you want it to be done tomorrow, 2 gold.
Sure. I'll pay 5, just to make sure they do a good job.
Why do I give a price for you to give me another price?
Because you give me people's expectations, and then I can make sure to meet them, and then let them know that I can pay more, so that they know that they should not upset this client. So I'm gonna pay 5 instead.
Okay.
And I guess that sounds good. Little, I'll put a little pin or a big pin because it's the size of a hand, but alas.
Very well.
Okay. And that is me.
What else, friends?
Well, the rest
What
of
else
the
does this city hold for you?
Not
Yeah,
much.
I mean-
The only thing we need to do is talk to Sam. That's
Yeah.
it.
in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rest of the things that Victoria would have, quote unquote, wanted to do are not things that we have a time, like, we don't have a proper timetable for now anyway, so.
Yeah, I want to do the thing I messaged you last, but there's not going to be a lot of. I mean, I'm going to do like literal rituals that I've magically feel out, but that's the standard thing. That's
Very well.
the thing.
I'm wondering. Is it like afternoon at this point or something?
Easily, yeah, after all the shit you guys have been doing running around town.
Fair enough.
Then yeah, it's Sam time.
Yeah. I can. Yeah, I'll yell at college later in RP text or something.
Why do you want to go yell at this college so much?
Because their fucking students are
They
atrocious and
are, but
killed
They're
fucking
out of control.
they're
literal.
never gonna listen, you man.
I don't fucking care. We have the fucking journal. We'll just leave it there and talk to the dean or something. I don't know.
Ruth.
But yeah, we can do that later in text RP or something. That's fine.
I guess we just head to Sam then.
Yay, Sam's apartment!
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bam.
And she's gonna wonder where we've been for 4 months, or well, at least Vincent.
Is she?
Literally. She
I'll-
doesn't give a
So,
fuck.
anyways, you can come visit me, right? Like a few days, and then this is like, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
sure, gone for 4 months.
Go for it.
Busted.
Sorry, you know how it is with elves.
That's true.
She's
4
busy, like,
days,
what?
4 hours, 4 months.
Yeah.
4
That's
decades.
just yesterday.
Same thing.
Oh, you're an old lady now. Oops.
Oops.
Oops! I just saw you last week.
Last century.
So you will trudge through the dark city.
Yeah, where's the smoke coming from, by the way?
From the
You-
northeast.
Northeast, okay.
You all trudge through the dark city under the lamplight. There is a slight drizzle of rain that pitter patters on your heads or the edge of your coat. And Sam opens the door. You can see that she's already in her like relax after work outfit, which is little more than brown slacks and a white blouse. She has a small like cut on her lip going down her chin, but it looks like it is already scabbed over. She kind of like blinks when she looks at you guys, and then she's like, she signs, "So you are back."
I hand sign hi, and then the symbol that used to be used to represent her in the same way that she used to do the bird for me.
She signs a bird back to you. Then she signs a bird flying away.
Um, all of this from now onwards will be Vincent speaking and also trying his best to sign it at the same time that he speaks it, and probably not all of it matching up very well, but you know, he's trying.
She like, there's like a little wrinkle in her brow where she's like looking at you, at least making an attempt, and she says, she makes a motion for you guys to come in before you get wet.
I'll walk in and indoors, take off my shoes.
Very polite.
That is very
Yours.
polite, honestly.
Yeah, it's not our house, you know.
She has this like, it's an alright apartment. There's like a small entryway with what looks to be a study where she may have been prior to opening the door. That's like right in front of the fucking front door. But she leads you guys down a very short hallway to a seating area with two small couches.
Tukas will also take his shoes off, but he will take them with him. And he's gonna gladly accept the hospitality. Sit his ass on the couch.
Oh, Arthur will take his boots off.
Hey, Sammy. Looks to Tokas and Vittorio slightly confused. This is a bit of a weird one.
Do you need me to explain?
Well, I guess it is easier. Basically, Tokas here has the ability to kind of perceive visions and fate in a way. Looks at Tokas for confirmation.
He like raises an eyebrow at Vincent, and then the eyebrow goes back down. He looks at Sammy. I'm a diviner. That's easy as it sounds.
There you go. And basically, a long time ago, they had a vision of, and this is at the time where you could have only been, I don't know, how many years ago did you say it was, Togas?
It was 4 months ago.
Oh, I thought you said you had a vision of much longer before that. Never mind.
Like
No,
5 months, maybe.
we had a vision. Or well, I had a premonition in Graffendom, not too far from here, 4 months ago. And you were in it. Now, I know it's a weird thing to hear, especially from a person you don't know. But it is the truth, and I would have some questions I would like you to ask, and that is if you feel okay to answer them. Nothing too private, I hope.
I give her the hand side of like, I trust them. You can trust them as well.
She seems a little bit like confused.
Vittorio, he's just gonna chime in with just like, don't know if this will make it better or worse, but we used to travel with Morenzian man by the name of Siren, who apparently knew you when he was younger as well. He also had a weird dream which you were in. Not really, like,
The crease in her brow just like becomes bigger
bigger
and
and bigger.
bigger.
Yeah.
Perhaps something for later. First, we should approach the fact that you have been appearing in multiple divinations, whether it be from one individual or the other, and when the same factor shows up in a scrying process from more than one person, and then that common denominator is most likely not a project of disillusion. What I'm trying to imply is that this is no mere coincidence, and fate has something in reserve for you, for this town, for that man who's not with us anymore, thank fucking God. And I suppose more things. Uh, Hold up. Don't tell me the result. I have an idea. Never mind. Uh, Anyways, he goes on saying, I'm sure this sounds incredibly weird. Trust me, as a diviner myself, things are weird all the time, and I barely grasp a tenth of what I perceive. But I suppose I'm here to make light on that situation and hopefully warn you about something dangerous coming your way.
He reaches like next to the couch, like beside her, and like takes out her pad for writing.
Turgus immediately hands out a ink pen uh, that he has stashed in his boot. It's like a little stiletto knife, but instead of a knife, it's a pen.
I'm sure she has a nice pen herself.
You can see from the way that she's writing, she's becoming a little distressed.
Fair enough.
She crosses out what she writes, and then she turns the pad around. There's like a couple of sentences that it looks like she began with, "What is it? I don't under." And then she just says, "This says siren?" Question mark.
Yes, he is a Morensian man that traveled with us for a while. He had a dream about you, I believe, something related to uh, the belly of a whale where the rabbit and the wolf meets. Basically, very cryptic messages. They all bring to the same place, and that is, well, the Blue Whale Tavern, now the Bloated Whale Tavern, I suppose. And he was supposed to meet you there. We know not why, but I have my suspicions, though sharing them might confuse you even more, trust me.
While Tokus is explaining, Victoria will like flip through a couple of pages of a book until he finds one that has like a semi okay portrait sketch of the siren.
Stick man.
I saw a stick, man. Well, that's rude.
She reaches over to like take the pad from you. Sketchbook.
Stolen, appropriated.
Yeah, he like holds on to it for a little bit, and he's like, oh, yeah, sure. That's Siren. Well, I mean, that's at least the name he went by with when he was with us. Don't know if that's his actual name, but apparently, yeah, you were some kind of childhood friend. I think he mentioned like once after he had that dream.
As far as I'm aware, I don't know this guy. Just added credit.
Vincent kind of like
Yeah.
getting a little upset, like,
What
childhood friend. What do you mean?
do you
What the
mean? What
fuck?
do you mean? What do you mean? You knew some fucking Morency
You knew
fan
someone else,
artist?
huh?
Huh?
Need fucking a Morensin guy? You all hang out with Morensin guys now? Huh?
She touches the paper and like smooths it out.
Paper deleting magic.
Literally.
No.
Destroys your book and all of your sketches. Then
No, I wouldn't murder her, but I would be
Don't be depressed.
I like that. That's the first thought you went to. Yard kill. No, I
No,
wouldn't.
not there.
Calm
Not
down.
there. Look.
But I'll consider it.
yeah.
Very Cornish of you. I can't wait.
She hands you back the sketchbook and begins writing. We did grow up together in an orphanage.
In Morensia?
She nods. With Simon and Clara and Jonathan the Black. And there was also Kibbles.
Oh,
Siren didn't like Kibbles.
she literally went. Oh yeah, there was like Thomas and like Alex, and there was Gargvonkthar, the destroyer of worlds. All right.
Archeon, the ever
I
chosen.
feel like we're missing like an important point right there. Like we just roll back a few names.
It was the ever chosen.
Yeah, literally.
Alex the World Ender. Then there's
and Kibbles.
Son of a first kin. Oh, yeah, and
and there
Kibbles.
was always our pet hamster Kibbles. He was cute. I was like, wait, hold up. What the fuck is
Let's roll before Kibbles.
She keeps writing and like showing you the things every now and again. I think we were maybe 13 or 14 when we tried to run away. Planned it for a really long time as well. But then Siren fell and he got hurt and Kibbles ran. And when I went back for him, we got caught.
Lucas thinks, well, both of you got out eventually, apparently. To assume that you're Morensian then, or not?
I was.
I understand. And why have you joined the Heart Keepers here in Ultimate now? Why are you here?
There was no other place for me in the world.
I
left Siren in the orphanage. I ran by myself. And then even after I got over the water, I didn't really know where to go.
Well, I've heard you've traveled a while with Vincent. Have you returned here after your travels?
They dropped me off near here.
Ah.
I ended up in another institute, but for young women.
That I I understand. And I suppose the Hardkeepers was just any job, just like another.
She sighs. After I had lived in Hedgerow House for a little while, one day the Hearthkeepers came around and picked up some young women. I didn't really know why, but we were taken to church and they dressed us in new clothing and gave us better food, and we started going to classes, but not just for like writing, but also training with weapons.
Lucas leans back into the couch. It sounds like most of this was not your choice at all. I suppose fate does find its own way one way or another, though it does sound quite awful if I put it like that. Have you then remained here out of choice or out of need?
I'd rather be here than in the Hedgerow House or back in the orphanage. When I was younger, at least.
Can imagine that. Only based on what well, you and Vincent were talking about when we met the first time. You at least seem to be doing some good.
I have purpose here.
First, what was the name of the owner of the bloated whale again?
The owner.
Yeah, the Morency man.
But it was
What an interesting name.
yeah, it's interesting name. Notes. Is he not called? Bruh.
Barbara? Yeah, he might be. He might be called Barbara.
No. Raj something.
Do you know Barbara?
Yeah, right in.
Thank you.
Right
Right
then.
in there.
Right. Lucas nods. I understand. Purpose is something that many people find important in life. Do you have any connections to the Blue Whale Tavern or Bloated Whale, I suppose? Either names perhaps ring a bell?
He like kind of squints and then writes, "Have you asked me this before?"
I have not. I've simply mentioned that you were dreamt there.
Strange.
Sense of deja vu, I expect. That is only one more suggestion that we're somewhere on the right track.
No, I don't believe I've ever visited.
Okay. Do you perhaps know the owner? His name is Raiden, a Morensian man.
I'm afraid I don't know every Morensian man. She writes and then turns it around and it's just kind of like a lopsided smile on her face despite the stress of the situation.
Yeah.
I
Aw.
can imagine that, though any connection could be revealing something at least. Then here's a much more far-fetched one. If I Lucas looks up at Victoria for a moment, he looks down, a little
Yeah.
bit confused.
Victoria's currently sketching something.
I'm now going to weave a spell. It's nothing malign, it's simply to transmit an image. You must simply relax and allow me to do the work. Is it okay with you?
Her eyes kind of like glide over to Vincent, like to gauge what his reaction is to this whole situation, because she feels she's going crazy, probably.
I sign back. I know this is weird. It took me a while to get used to as well, but it's okay.
She kind of gives
promise.
you a polite cat, and then a nod.
Right. I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. And I will create a small illusion of what I witnessed at the end of my vision. I'm not gonna show
Oh,
her.
boy.
I'm not gonna show her being split apart by a snake, but I am going to recreate a black snake that looks exactly like the one I witnessed, and it's going to like sort of like curl around on itself. It's gonna act a little bit innocently, but it's going to move around in a way that it can be seen from many directions. And Tokus will manipulate the illusion as well to show different items, like the gilded sword, and other things that he witnessed in his vision. And he'll begin with the snake, as he says, "Does this remind you of anything? Any black snake, perhaps an insignia, a title of a person, or a moniker, a name, maybe?"
He scribbles on her pad. I don't believe so.
All right. Well, he then conjures the gilded sword, and the a small set of the breastplate that the heart keepers wear. Do you instead have any connections to the goddess Aurelia? In this case, well, as a heart keeper, I'm sure you've learned plenty about her, but something that's outside of normal training.
With these things, she like put a question mark.
What they represent, their goddess Aurelia, well, the one that the heart keepers preach about.
Plus,
Bless you.
Jesus Christ.
Present.
Hey.
I I wouldn't know where to begin. I mean, these items, I will I will get a pauldron when I complete my training.
Do you perhaps acquire a golden sword at any point in time?
Mm-hmm.
When? Togus kind of leads forward.
I mean, I already have one.
He squints a little bit. He looks down at the illusion. He kind of grasps the illusory sword. He looks up at her. Is this something you've given, like a ceremony for completing your initiation?
He nods.
Figure as much. Lack of detail. Such a lack of detail. He thinks about it. You perhaps. And I'm gonna go even further back into my vision, and I will conjure the scene of the bonfire and the elder woman giving a shoulder to the younger woman to cry upon. And he's going to conjure that little scene in front of them and say, "Do you recognize any of these two people, perhaps? Is this scene maybe a memory of yours?"
She gets up out of her chair and like almost like walks around it to get a good look at it. It's almost as though when you look at her that you can almost see the illusion like glinting in her eyes, even if nobody else can see this thing. Perhaps the woman looks familiar, but I don't recognize the older.
Lucas is going to enlarge, enhance picture. He's going to zoom in on the face of the woman. Is she perhaps a relative, a person, maybe someone that grew along with you in your orphanage? A friend, perhaps?
Not 20.
Mhm. I think maybe I've seen her in Hedgerow House.
I suppose hedgerow house is related. Maybe something to do with your background, perhaps where you came from.
She looks at you with a polite expression.
Lucas is deep in thought as I go back reading my divination.
She looks around to everyone else. She makes a motion. Would you like a drink?
Joe nod is like, wouldn't mind that. I'm just putting the finishing touches here on a sketch of the current owner of the bloated whale. See if you might have seen him before, maybe.
I would enjoy some water.
Okay. He will leave the room and go into the most adjacent room, which seems to be some sort of small kitchenette. Starts rummaging around in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. She doesn't seem to have a clue of anything.
So it's a bit of a problem, but she at least recognized someone. Maybe that's something.
Start.
Maybe this Raidan would be someone else from the orphanage. Maybe that's why Byron had that weird dream. I don't know what that would mean, but hey.
Divinations aren't always literal, right, Chokos?
They're quite the opposite, no?
It's you can make a lot of things out of them.
Yes, sometimes they try to do it on purpose. A snake could be a metaphor for something else.
Could be a traitor in church.
It could be anything. The city could even not be Jotunheim. It was simply a large city, but once everything is destroyed and turned to rubble, how do you really distinguish between Stoyan rubble and, well, Urakian rubble?
I thought you saw the sign for the whale.
It was a menu card,
Uh,
which makes me believe that perhaps it's not the blue whale at all anymore. I do believe that the bloated whale still has the blue whale as a moniker on their menus.
I think so.
Which would at least dispel one of the doubts of the ever-changing name. It's also nowhere near where the accident has happened, so so far we're not in the red.
Well, you know, it's even related, but makes sense if it, that area's on fire.
It does make sense. It's a demonic cult or some sort of infiltration.
Do you think these things are related? This attack, this cult, and this prophecy?
There's already flames propagating through the city. It's one thing that could tear it down for sure. Let's say that this place is known for its tendency to strive from morals and good alignments. I would not be surprised if this cult or whatever happened in the northern side of the city could spread to the upper echelons. Then it would be a major problem.
Hmm. Yeah.
Nonetheless, if we can't figure this out, there's not much to do. We know what signs to look for, at least. And then Thurs looks up. I imagine your friend would not want to drop her entire job and come with us, I assume?
I can't imagine so.
I'd fear as much.
Eh, Vittorio, he's gonna get up and walk towards, you know, where he went off to, which was basically just to the side, right?
Yeah, there's like a side room with a kitchenette.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll just, I guess, stop in the doorway. And it's like, you need a hand with carrying that?
He holds she's holding like the little like teapot. And she gives you a nod. Her hands are full.
No. I will collect what needs to be collected. Be that.
She has a couple of cups and then some glasses for putting water in.
Yeah. I will collect this. And help her carry.
You return to the living room and hand out a variety of either tea or water, whatever it is that you wanted. Before she sits down again.
Oh. And when she sits down, Walter will just hand over the page that's open with the Raiden sketch, which, I mean, a 17. That's pretty
It's
good.
good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
And he tried to, like, draw what he remembered about his facial features.
Olive skin, that's what he remembers.
Will you olive colored pencil?
No, I don't.
Should I know this person too?
Well, that is right then. The person that owns the tavern, and hopefully, well, I hoped the one that had a connection with you, but I suppose that's also a dead end.
Yeah, I wondered if maybe it could have been someone else from the orphanage, maybe, that got away at some point. And maybe that's why, Claren's weird dream or vision or whatever it was about you guys meeting at that place.
There must be a reason.
I don't remember anyone called Raiden.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
But it was
fine.
very long ago.
I suppose that was.
You mentioned that you'll be getting the pauldron and whatnot when you graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when you're going to graduate, or is it just, you know, they tell you once you're getting close to it.
If I succeed on my last training, and then I do my religious studies and I don't fail this time, she writes ... I should have my pauldron by the end of summer.
What kind of test must you take part in? Not the theoretical one, I more mean the rest of the requisites.
There's pretty intense physical training.
Is it simple academical training or perhaps some sort of challenge you must accomplish?
It is more like a staged thing. There are some tests that involve physical prowess or sword skills, but there are also parts that we are not privy to knowing. Only those who are already indicted into the ranks of Heartkeepers know what exactly the test... what is the word? Contains? No.
No.
Includes? What it's about?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What it pertains to.
Pertains, that was it.
Ursus raises up a hand as she mentions staged. So there's a series of challenges that you must complete, organized by the church, I assume?
Correct.
Are these things of the like of arresting criminals?
Don't believe so.
Well, what challenges do you know about?
I know that there is a competition. There is physical... She writes down. There's like a lot of scribbling going on here, and also some like trying to supplement her scribbling with like Pictionary, I guess, because none of you really speak sign language.
Yeah, except Vincent kind of speaks a little bit.
Like a little bit, enough to get
Yeah, Mom.
around.
Hey, he does. He does what he can.
I'm doing my best.
Perhaps some of the tests she wouldn't call it like arresting criminals, but it would be like being on active duty with someone who's already experienced.
Oh,
Like a what do you call it? Buddy cop? No,
it's I mean, it's just
like a
a
rookie system.
it's a rookie,
Makes sense, makes sense.
and they get to do ride-alongs with an experienced.
Pretty much ride-alongs. There's pilgrimages, like making travels to like various like outer villages around the city, making a pilgrimage, obviously to the inner city. Um, and then indictment before Aurelia, before the Emperor himself. Yippee!
Hmm. Well, maybe the threat is to come from those challenges you don't know. In my vision, you were donning no pauldrons. That means that whatever happened to Oldenheim will happen before your graduation. When's that to be taking place?
Oh, she said maybe around the end of summer if she passes her things this time.
As I'm sure she will.
Oh, yeah,
She was
totally.
already writing,
Got
but
it.
she like stops and she nods.
The end of summer, that is a bit of time. Assuming that whatever happens awaits for the last day of your trainership. Which I don't assume. Well, I believe that's all we could have done. We don't sadly have much more information besides iconography and disturbing scenes that I'm sure you don't want to witness.
No, she doesn't.
I'm sorry that I cannot be of more help to you.
This is no worry. We didn't come here to seek help. We came here to try and help you, but we didn't really manage much. Nonetheless, be careful for these things. Black snakes, this tavern for some reason, and I suppose we'll try to contact Siren and tell him that you're here.
Yeah, last we saw him, or well, not so well, I guess. He was, around Graffendam, but that was a good while back now.
A few months ago, for sure.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, that guy being anywhere near here means the prophecy could happen, so keep him far away.
We're not sure if he's supposed to keep it from happening or make it happening. That is the confusion.
She's kind of just like looking back and forth between you guys, like, oh,
What the fuck they saying?
don't know how I feel about this.
Nonetheless, that's as far as we can go for today. I'll keep in touch. If there's any issues, not sure. Well, we won't be here the whole time for a while, but we should be returning.
Yeah.
She nods.
Yeah. We'll have to, go around some places, but, should end up back here again.
Hopefully so. Nonetheless, thank you for your hospitality, your time, and your ear, I suppose. Keep an eye out for the things I listed. And if something happens, look for the Stargazers. That's who we are.
Mm, she gives you a smile, Tokas. It's a little bit like watery, a little bit like uncertain after all of the things that happened today.
Don't worry.
But she
I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
still gives you she still gives you a smile.
He frowns a little bit. He looks back down at his illusions and kind of waves them away. Just to make sure, I will contact you again, more or less regularly, depending on how comfortable you are, just to keep an eye on the situation and on you. Make it once a 10 day or so. I am, well, an Arcanist, as you've witnessed, besides a diviner, so I do have such certain capabilities. So I'll keep in contact. That way we'll know if anything happens and we'll be able to respond quickly. Don't be afraid. We are, you could say, the crime fighters of bad omens, I suppose. We, instead of arresting criminals, arrest gargantuan monsters that threaten to do very bad things.
And with arrest, I mean absolutely fucking slaughter.
Yeah,
I
Vincent.
will keep it in mind.
Victoria's like, yeah, Vincent, sure managed to land with, an interesting group.
Yeah, just my luck. Go from one to the next.
Well, I suppose everything will get more interesting around here. But for now, we should probably leave you to rest. I'm sure you've had a tough day, and I really need to head to bed. Anyways, thank you again for your time. I'll be in contact, and remember, the Stargazers, if you need, um, kind of difficult to, well, contact us. But I am very punctual with my appointments, so I'll make sure to keep in touch. Thank you again. He kind of tips his hat.
See you in 4 months, I guess. She signs.
No, never, not
Uh,
again.
Yeah, that wasn't a planned thing. If if you want a really long story short, he did some things at the theater, which I'm sure you probably heard about 4 months ago, and we ended up getting into some fey creatures' lair and dealt with that, and then 4 months had passed because we literally came back yesterday. It was a couple of hours for us. So yeah, we're a bit behind schedule on many things.
She quirks an eyebrow. You should never tell anyone that you've done that.
Because they'll think we're idiots, or because why?
Because we're in the wrong city for that.
Well, I suppose.
But I suppose you could take it as a demonstration of appreciation. Of trust, I suppose. I guess that also works.
She scribbles on her pad. Take it as a sign of appreciation that I'm not arresting you right now.
Yeah,
Just
that's
this time.
Tourist,
understandable.
tourist like, all right then.
Well, I suppose it's time for us to head out. I hope to see you again. I will hear you again. And hopefully, next time we meet each other, we'll have dealt with any horrible black snakes and the city will not be burning.
Hopefully.
Lucas nods and he puts on his shoes and he begins heading out the door.
As you turn, Tokas, it's almost like you see a flash of golden brown in the corner of your eye for just a moment.
What?
Of golden brown.
Can I turn back and look at what it is?
Just her standing there.
Of golden brown.
Perhaps you just imagined it.
Perhaps I did. I'll turn back again. Start heading out.
It
I
was
wish you good luck, Vincent.
it's nice seeing you again, Sammy. So stay away from any snakes. Don't go into the whale, and keep away from weird people. Okay?
That's a pretty long list.
That's to keep you safe. He smiles and I'll give her a hug.
She'll give you a hug back and sign. Okay, but seriously, don't make it 4 months again.
I'll try not to. I'll do my best, I promise.
Then I will do my best too.
You know,
Next
give her
time
a
you see
smile
me,
and
maybe I'll be like a hearthkeeper, you know?
Maybe.
I hope.
She makes
Maybe.
like a motion of herself with like broad shoulders, like
Basically already all one.
just need the title now. For the for realsies.
Keep yourself safe.
You too. Felt that year.
Smile and do his sign. And I'll walk behind Tokas.
She makes a little birdie that flies away.
Yeah. Yeah. Victoria will what's it called? Will like tear out carefully the sketch he has of her based on the descriptions that he got once upon a time. And yeah, so I'll just like hand it over to her. Like, I suppose you can suppose you can have this. I don't know. It was based on Hoof with Siren, and well, later Toka said so. And it's the one where she basically is wearing the pauldron as well, because that is what Siren described.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I'll hopefully be back before you graduate, and yeah, Tokas, he is I guess punctual at least, so yeah, you'll probably getting those messages on the regular. And yeah, he'll thank her for the tea, and then he will go put on his boots.
And so you guys trudge out of Sam's apartment and back into Dark City.
Very nice.
Damn, and then we get attacked by Judicate.
How did you know?
Please no, I'm not there. Fuck that shit.
Hmm.
You guys fight her by the three of you.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I was there from a distance, looking very intricately at one person.
Damn it, what person?
No, I'm not going to say that. Maybe if it gets to the end of this day, then I'll tell you.
Anyway, you guys can take your little walk back either through the commons or you can take the halfling district through the little Mauserhauser.
Yeah,
Across the
that's a good
market
idea.
bridge. And back home
Yippee.
to the blue whale.
Super yippee.
Don't worry. I've got something.
I love that for you.
I don't know how well my experimenting goes, but I want to do one thing. The end, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Once Tokus gets into the room, I walk to him. I say, Tokus, can I have your attention for a moment?
Huh?
Okay, so I know it's a bit of awkward timing with the entire situation of what's happening right now, and I know. Look, I didn't forget your birthday because it wasn't your birthday yesterday, from our perspective. So got you something.
His eyes go from like a confused to like a worried frown.
Uh,
What's
probably
this
from
about?
Tokus's perspective, it looks ridiculous. But out of his backpack, he pulls clothing.
Blink, blink.
Now, Amber, you're probably better at describing what it looks like than I am, because I don't know what it looks like.
What
Uh,
do you mean I don't know what it looks like?
in character I do, but out of character I don't know what the particular style of clothing looks like, based what it's based on.
I understand. Tokas, it looks like, I wouldn't say casual, but it is quite nice clothing. It looks to be some sort of like robe outfit, but there are pants there as well.
Huh.
It is green on the outside with a sort of like reddish brown tint for the lower half of the robe and also the inside. The robe itself, though, is trimmed with gold, and holds like little flowery patterns on the cuffs. It looks to be some sort of like scholarly, maybe academic robe. Something a professor might wear.
He frowns, looks it up and down. Is this like a prank? Like a joke?
Like a birthday gift. It's from. Okay, look. Normally, where I'm from, you give people
Weapons?
weapons
I've seen that, like multiple iterations of that, yes.
or something useful, but I didn't want to go for weapons again. And the next thing I could think of is that our scholarly people, while most of the time being also religious people, tend to hold of a decently high position. So I wanted to give you a gift that would be of a significance in my culture. So I gave you a scholarly outfit that would resemble what you'd wear if you were a scholar in Ember Current.
So this isn't like a thing where I like that they need to give you something back. Are you sure? Do you want
No,
some money
it
for
was
it?
it was no, it was it was your birthday.
Like puts it
I know we skipped past it, but it was your birthday, right?
like puts down to his chin like, oh, I guess Vorhexen is gone. That might have been true.
Yeah, it's almost like I tried getting 2 birthday gifts today, but some other people bought them, and then they looked at Tokas, and then one of them gave it to me instead.
His eyebrow, like one of his eyebrows raised, like, huh?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll find you guys something else when I have time.
Well,
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I did not forget yours, Darius, as Tokas produces a pin etched with a dragon scale, and he holds it out to you, and it's a very nice cloak pin, and on the surface it says in Draconic that he does not speak, but he researched how to say it. Guided by light, I shall know no fear. As he holds out the pin and he says, I know you've had your fair share of odd relationships with absence of light. So, the well, as long as you wear this, you don't have to worry about darkness anymore. Particularly speaking, no source of magical darkness can be conjured within your perimeter as long as you wear this pin. But I guess it holds a sentimental value, I suppose, or emotional. I'm not very good with these things.
Oh, I'm not much of a gift person myself, but it looks fantastic. But thank you.
Well, I
I
hope it'll help you.
I exchanged the outfit.
And give him the scale.
I also have something for Lawrence, but he seems to be spending a lot of time with Vasily right now. I
Oh,
also
yeah,
have
They're just
something for
catching up.
Jace.
Well, yes,
I pull out like a basket full of like little pack gifts.
I do too. Eventually. I also have something for Lawrence, or I guess it's for Vasily more than Lawrence, but I suppose we'll figure that out later, huh?
Yeah. No.
I guess now it's the time for sleep. Has anyone seen Victor yet?
I have no idea. By the way, speaking of, if we can manage to get the gunpowder out of the basement, it's all free of charge. We can take it.
That sounds wonderful. I suppose I would love to say if I could sell that gunpowder, or if I had the time to do that. I feel like I really don't. What are we using this gunpowder for, anyways? Besides, well, selling it.
Blowing something up.
I guess. I don't really have a storage or anywhere to put it. I really don't want it inside the wagons.
Fair.
Well, we'll see what to do with it. Next morning when Victor comes with his answers and everything else in between, and I can send more people. For now, I really need to hit the bed. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, sleep should be good.
It should. And then tomorrow I'll decide what to do.
Yeah, we'll take our gander on what we as a group are gonna do then.
It will be for sure chasing one of these things. Hopefully with some more aid, but we'll have to see. For now, I believe I need at least 8 hours of sleep. I'll see you all tomorrow morning if I wake up. And he begins pitter-pattering away with his cloak in his arms.
Did you just say if he wakes up?
Yeah, Mommy really just plans on dying.
You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Very well. Do you guys want to leave it here for today then and
Yeah.
wait for Lawrence?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Well,
Very well.
love to hear what his opinion is on what we should be doing. I also want to give him my gift.
Same.
Very well. Then I thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you for hosting.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for hosting.
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting, indeed.
And yeah, Dammer, you said there was a session on next week?
Yeah, but the next, the 29th and the 5th, there isn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mark, you guys have Calamica tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we do.
Mark's like,
Nice.
I'm not sure about that.
No, we do. I think one person might not be there, but we will.
Yeah, okay. Then, yeah, there will be Calamica tomorrow and more Stargazers next week. But until then, take care. Good evening, good morning, goodbye. And we will see you another time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.